Yesterday they had Charlie's funeral, and I didn't get a chance to see it. I did see some sound bites this morning in preparation for the show today, but I didn't see the funeral at all yesterday. Here's ABC News. Tens of thousands packed State Farm Stadium on Sunday as President Donald Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance, Erika, and more paid tribute to Charlie. Watch this from C-SPAN.
My husband, Charlie, he wanted to save young men just like the one who took his life. That young man. On the cross, our Savior said, "Father, forgive them, for they not know what they do." That man, that young man, I forgive him.
Was this lady an actress before she started this? I had never heard of her before. Oh, okay. She seemed so not real. And it could be me. But she seemed as though she's acting. And she may not be. But it just seemed like an actress on a stage. I'm just saying. But anyway, that was from yesterday. Here's President Donald Trump. He said he hates his political opponents. And he said this after Erika forgave her husband, killer, and an emotional tribute. Watch this from C-SPAN.
He did not hate his opponents. He wanted the best for them. That's where I disagreed with Charlie. I hate my opponent. And I don't want the best for them. I'm sorry. I am sorry, Erika. But now Erika can talk to me and the whole group, and maybe they can convince me that that's not right, but I can't stand my opponent.
Trump seemed more real than Erika. Erika seemed faking it. I don't know, but she might not be. I don't know her. I never even heard of her until this happened. So they're saying it says. I don't know what that means. It says. Let me know. Oh, OPB. So according to OPB, what is that there? Oh, Oregon Public Broadcaster. It says Erika has worked in entertainment industry as a model, actress, and casting director, all while remaining grounded in her Christian faith. So she was an actress. Okay.
She was in beauty pageants too. Wikipedia.
Oh, yeah? I get the feeling she's acting. I don't see realness in her. That was realness in Trump right now. I'm just saying. Now, I don't know. I don't know her, so I'm just saying. But may Charlie's soul rest in peace. And I wish his wife and his children well. I wish them well. Let me go to first-time caller out of Dallas. Chase. Chase, you are on the air.
Hey, Jesse, how you doing?
All is well, Chase.
Hey, I was just saying, my dad was born Mormon. He's from Utah, and I grew up a strict Pentecostal in my family because of my mother. I was trying to find something else. I didn't know what your thoughts were on maybe trying to find another religion or your thoughts on Catholicism.
Why don't look for a religion at all? God has nothing to do with religion. So don't look for another false identity, but overcome from within and you will know God.
So, I mean, what kind of church do I look for?
None.
So don't go to church?
Unless you just want to go. Have you watched our Sunday service?
I haven't, but I heard the last caller, so
watch our Sunday service by rebuildingtheman.com/church. And then you start living from within. Do not look for a religion. It just will be another false identity that you have to overcome. And God is not in religion at all. You're not going to find God in religion.
I hear that. And you said, what was the website again?
rebuildingtheman.com/church.
Okay. All right. I'm not trying to be...
rebuildingtheman.com/church. Have you forgiven your mother?
Never.
And why not?
Because I hate her.
And why do you hate her?
Because of the way I was raised. I have my oldest brother is gay. He's 50 years old. And she treats him like he's 18.
How old are you?
38.
Do you still live with her?
No, I live on my own.
Oh, okay. How will God forgive you if you don't forgive your mother?
I don't know. Good question. I don't know. I've always been treated differently, though, because she's always babied him because he's a gay wad. Sorry to say that, but
how will what is it about you that gives you the impression that you have a right to hate your mother or anyone?
No, I don't have the right to hate anybody.
So then why don't you forgive?
Well, she's never asked me to forgive her.
She's not supposed to ask you. You're supposed to see that you do have this anger and that anger is judgment. You're playing God. And by playing God, it's keeping you away from God.
Okay.
You got to forgive your mother. Whatever she's has done, she could not help herself. Her mother screwed her up as well. And so your mother could not help herself. She had no love.
True.
And when you forgive her, realizing just as you can't help yourself, she could not help herself. And, hey, mother, I'm sorry for resenting you. What you did was wrong, but I understand now you can't help yourself. You couldn't help yourself. And I'm sorry for resenting you. Don't ask for forgiveness, Chase. Forgive her, and God will forgive you and make you free. And then you will start to live from the kingdom of heaven within. You will have perfect peace.
Amen. I believe that.
And are you close to your father?
I am.
So you don't hold anything against him?
I do. I hate my father.
You hate your father too?
Yeah.
And why do you hate your father?
Because the way he raised me.
Oh, okay. And
I'm a twin, so he basically got my brother through college and lived with them through college and paid all his bills and everything, so he could get his doctorates. And I was living on my own when I was 18.
So did you grow up with both parents?
I did, yeah.
And your father treated your twin brother better than you?
Yeah.
And when you ask him why did he do that, what did he say?
He wouldn't. I've never asked him that because I know he won't. He would never respond to me.
But how do you know if you don't ask?
That's true. But I know my father. Oh, I know my father. He wouldn't. He wouldn't answer it.
But how do you know if you don't ask?
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
No, that was a question.
I mean, I guess I'll ask him, but I mean, I already know he's gonna. I already know he's gonna ignore me.
But why would you assume instead of having a way to see?
I kind of just stay away from him.
How will you be free if you don't forgive these people, Chase? You're going to always be miserable within yourself.
True, I am miserable.
I know, because you feel with hatred and not love. And it doesn't mean you got to hang out with them. You don't have to do anything. But in order for you to have perfect peace, you must forgive. The people, your father, your mother, and everybody, they couldn't help themselves. Their parents screwed them up.
Hmm.
And so you end up screwing up your own life by being one with evil, by not forgiving, and God can't forgive you.
Yeah,
Hey, Chase, who are you?
I am a father. That's all I have. I'm
And
just a
so
father.
I know, but you told me what you have, but you didn't tell me who you are.
Yeah, I just said I'm a father. That's who I am.
Hold on a minute, Chase. Can you hold?
Sure.
I want to go quickly back to Chase, a first-time caller out of Dallas, Texas. So, Chase, you told me you have a child, but who are you?
I don't know how to answer that question. The only thing I can say is I'm just a father. All I do, take care of my kids.
How many kids you have?
I have 2 sons.
Are you married?
She passed away.
Oh, may her soul rest in peace. And that's amazing you made boys first. How are you going to show them love?
I only make boys.
Right.
Amazing.
Amazing. So how are you going to show them love when you're so full of hate?
I showed them love because I didn't get love from my father.
But you don't know what love is.
Probably not, but I just try to be there for them whenever they need me. They're older kids. They're both going to the military.
Well, okay. Are they twins as well?
No, one's 20 and one's 17. She doesn't graduate, and my son's leaving to the Navy on the 3rd of November. And my other son's going to the Marines when he graduates.
Right on. And are they angry at you?
Yes.
And are you surprised that they're angry at you?
No.
And why you're not surprised?
Because I drank. I drank because of when my wife passed away.
You drink because your wife passed away?
Yeah.
And what good is it doing you to drink?
Nothing.
And so they
I hate it.
You hate it?
Yeah.
And how long ago did your wife expire?
9 years ago.
9 years?
Yeah.
So you plan on drinking the rest of your life?
Oh. No.
And so have they see you drunk or something? Why are they mad about that?
Well, they don't want me drinking.
And they see you drunk?
Kind of, yeah, I guess. I don't really drink in front of them, but...
Have you been drinking today?
No, not today, no.
And so what good, 9 years, what good has it done and is it doing you to drink?
It's done absolutely nothing to me. It's done nothing but harm.
Yeah.
So,
And so why don't you give it up and go and forgive so you can be free and you won't need to drink for that reason?
I agree.
You're killing yourself. Well, evil is killing you by you not forgiving.
Yeah. So, do I need to tell my parents that, or?
Yeah. You need to go to them and, hey, mother, I've been resenting you all my life. I realize now you couldn't help yourself. I'll become like you. You become like your mother, man. And then you're treating your children like your father. So you're not yourself. You're them. You're not you. They couldn't help themselves. They didn't have it. And forgive your father. So don't ask for forgiveness. You apologize by realizing you're wrong for resenting them. You're playing God. And as long as you play God, you will never know God. You're going to always be miserable. Do you want to die a drunk?
No,
Do you want to die in your misery?
no.
So why don't you forgive? That's the way out.
I'm taking what you're saying to heart. I appreciate it. I'm actually gonna probably do it today.
Yeah, go and don't and if your mother or father blame you or blame someone else, don't overreact to them doing that. They are not ready to overcome their misery. But you forgive them. Don't ask for forgiveness, but apologize for resenting them. And God will forgive you, Chase, and change your whole life. He will give you love.
Amen. Amazing.
Amazing.
When's your service on Sundays?
It starts at 11 a.m. Doors open at 10:30.
Oh, I wouldn't be able to go through the doors. Is it online?
Yeah, rebuildingtheman.com/church.
Okay. I didn't want to be long-winded, so.
It's 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay. Gotcha.
But
All right, I
Chase,
appreciate it.
you need to go. I recommend you go and forgive so you can drop that bottle. And before your sons leave, apologize to them for causing them to become angry too.
I understand. Yeah, they are both angry.
Well, apologize to them so they can forgive you before they leave home. Otherwise, they're going to have the same miserable life you had.
Yeah, true. I appreciate it, and I'm taking all this in the heart. I appreciate it.
Let me know how it goes.
All right, thanks, Jesse.
You're welcome, buddy. Amazing. Forgiveness is the only thing that's going to get you into the kingdom of perfect peace while you live. Let me go to Red, a first-time caller out of California. Red, you are on the air.
What's going on, my white brother? How you doing?
All is well, Red.
Hey, man, let me tell you something, Jesse. I ran across you on Dr. Rich's show on Undisputable when he kicked you off the show. So I guess what he said, he was talking all that foolishness. I want to ask you a few questions there, brother. I watched a few of your videos. And, man, you running wild with this black thing, man. What's up with that, brother?
When you say running wild with the black thing, what do you mean?
I mean, you keep putting down all our black brothers and all our black institutions like we ain't never been nothing in this world. We haven't contributed nothing in this world.
Give me an example of what you mean. Give me an example of what you mean.
But what I mean by this is, why did y'all come to Africa and get us?
Come back to your phone. Come back to your phone, Red.
I'm at my phone now.
Okay.
Why did the white man need us to come over here?
They didn't.
Why did they bring us over?
They didn't bring you
keep
over.
us over here.
Why
did they keep us over here for all those years?
The Arab brought the blacks here, and
No.
The Arab would have bought the blacks from the other blacks in Africa, and the blacks in Africa sold the blacks to the Arabs, and the Arabs transferred the blacks across the world.
I don't believe that.
Why don't you believe that?
Because according to the Congressional Library, the first slave was brought over here in 1555 by a guy named Hawkins, John Hawkins. He was a ruthless white man. He was a villain.
But why don't you want to believe that the Arabs are the one that sold you into slavery?
Arab was on the north side of Africa.
So you don't want to know the truth about that?
No, John Hawkins was on the south.
You'd rather believe that?
Well, neither here or there. Why did y'all keep us in slavery for so long that we wasn't no good for y'all?
But you were good. You were good workers.
So that's why y'all kept us, right?
Yeah, and then there were other black people who owned slaves too, and you were good workers for them as well.
So how many years did y'all keep us over here in slavery?
I don't understand that question.
How many years were we destitute?
Were you enslaved?
No, I'm talking about my
when you
my
say
ancestors.
we, who are you talking about?
I'm a direct descendant. I'm a direct descendant. You're the direct descendant of all those people who's on those plantations.
No, I'm not.
All of us were.
I am not.
Okay. Okay, well, you can be
Were
in it
you
now.
ever a
But you
slave?
do have a white spirit. You do have a white spirit,
Red,
and I respect
Red,
that.
were you ever enslaved?
Yes, I have been enslaved.
And who enslaved you?
Many white people. Everybody, every white job I ever went on, I was enslaved. Every white job.
So why did you take the job then?
Well, I took the job because I needed the money.
And so,
I mean, come on, see, Jesse, what you don't understand is this right here, Jesse.
Red, how were you enslaved if
Jesse,
you were?
No,
you went and
Jesse, you're not going to talk over me, Jesse.
You applied for the job, and then they paid you. How were you enslaved?
Okay, Jesse, this is how it worked, Jesse. When these white people got hold of all this money, they didn't come over here with money when they come over here and took this land from the Indians. They came over here and we made money for them. They created wealth, and with wealth you get to dictate. Anybody can do what you saying these white folks doing with all this money they got. Anybody can do that. So you just beating the drum that we done already been down this road. These white people get all this money. They didn't come over here with this money. Most
so
of those
are you
people
saying the
here,
blacks with a lot of money?
Most of those people who come over here from England,
are
most
you
of those
saying
people
that
come
the
over here from
blacks
England,
and money?
they were slaves themselves. They were Slavic. They were Slavic people who come over here.
Don't try to talk
man,
over me.
You just telling all these lies, man. Come on, man.
Thank you, Red. Jimmy, oh Jimmy Mac, when are you coming back? Jimmy, oh Jimmy Mac, why don't you hurry back? My arms are missing you. My heart feels the same way too. Oh Jimmy, when are you coming back? You heard that song before, Nick?
I think maybe in a commercial, you're activating some old memory.
Jimmy is back. I went to high school with a guy named Jimmy, and Jimmy died. And I was surprised Jimmy died so early in life. Right after high school, he died. And I'm like, wow, that's amazing. But anyway, story for another day. Jimmy is back. What do y'all think of that? KTLA 5, ABC has officially reinstated Jimmy Kimmel. And it will be airing tonight, which is, they said yesterday, tonight, Tuesday. Watch this from KTLA 5.
Opponents say Jimmy Kimmel's bosses over at ABC and Disney are simply succumbing to left-wing pressure, although, of course, others are cheering this as a win for free speech. Rumblings on social media tonight say that Governor Newsom will be a guest tomorrow when Jimmy Kimmel returns, though we have been unable to confirm that. Disney announced late-night funny man Jimmy Kimmel will be returning to the spotlight Tuesday night. Quote, last Wednesday, we made the decision to suspend production on the show to avoid further inflaming a tense situation at an emotional moment for our country. It is a decision we made because we felt some of the comments were ill-timed and thus insensitive. We have spent the last days having thoughtful conversations with Jimmy, and after those conversations, we reached the decision to return the show on Tuesday. The news comes 1 week after Kimmel said on his show that the accused killer of conservative activist Charlie Kirk was a member of the MAGA gang and that right-wingers were trying to deny it while pursuing political points off the assassination. Two of ABC's largest affiliates, Nexstar and Sinclair, decided to pull Kimmel from their stations, and that led behemoth Disney to suspend production altogether. Some major business deals are in the works, and Federal Communications Commission Chairman Brendan Carr had threatened action against various media entities.
Amazing. It's being reported that though Jimmy is back on ABC there, NASCAR, whatever that was, and Sinclair and others are still not going to air his show. And so it's being reported that he's still going to lose a lot of money. But Jimmy, oh Jimmy Mac, when are you coming back? Jimmy is back for now. We'll see what happens. What protest for Jimmy were held in Hollywood, and it included U.S. Congress members. Watch this.
Voices of opposition screamed government overreach, censorship, and suppression of free speech. One of the most influential comes from shock jock Howard Stern, who spoke out shortly before the announcement that Kimmel was back in action.
When the government says, I'm not pleased with you, so we're going to orchestrate a way to silence you, it's the wrong direction for our country.
And Monday morning, U.S. Congress members from California joined entertainment industry union reps outside of the Jimmy Kimmel Live headquarters in Hollywood.
Are we going to be bullied like that? No! Are we going to be silenced?
No! This trend is dangerous, it is harmful, it is wrong. The suspension happened because the government was upset with a single sentence in a talk show monologue, and their reaction put hundreds of hardworking union members out of work.
Amazing. I wonder which one hurt most. Jimmy's job sending him home because the government did not do it. His job did it. Temporary release from work. Which one hurt most? That or the assassination of Charlie? I wonder which one hurt most. His job suspended him temporarily, or the assassination of a man who did nothing but talk. Which one hurt the most? Which one bothered these people the most? Apparently, it was Jimmy getting laid off by his job or temporarily suspended by his job, because they don't care 2 cents about the assassination of Charlie. They don't even mention it. And then they try to act like the government pressured them to shut the show down, and there's no proof of that I've seen. They decided to send that man home, and they have decided for whatever reason to bring him back. The government lied to you while smiling in your face. They lied to you. Remember, the things that these people are mad about now is exactly what they did to conservatives under the fallen Messiah, Barack Obama, and this guy that used to be president before Trump, Biden. I almost don't remember Biden anymore. It's like Biden never won. But why is it they were not that mad as they're pretending now that they are? Amazing, huh? Is what good for the goose is good for the gander? What the? But Jimmy is back for now, starting today. And I don't think most people care, even the people out there protesting, to be honest. It's just something to do against Trump. And Lord, what's wrong with the blacks? Roger, is it his name Roger? Roger Jackson had been arrested. Remember him? The guy that allegedly attacked another boxer in the ring. Fox LA. What's wrong with the blacks? Fox LA has reported Roger Jackson, the son of former UFC fighter Rampage Jackson, was arrested for felony after a brutal attack on professional wrestler Stuart Smith. Watch this from ABC 7.
Raja Jackson, the son of UFC champion Quentin Rampage Jackson, was arrested on a felony charge following his brutal attack of a pro wrestler. Jackson went rogue in a fight last month, punching wrestler Stuart Smith until he was unconscious. Smith spent several days in the ICU. A facial fracture, trauma to his upper and lower jaws were among his injuries. That fight was live streamed and went viral on social media. The elder Jackson condemning his son's action.
Amazing, huh? White folks, do what you want. Do what you want, all right? But you are under attack. A genocide is being committed on you. And you can't be fighting with these blacks in no football, in no boxing ring or the football field or playing football where you're in high school or college. Because these blacks rage in anger. Their whole nature is angry. After all these years of being told that you are the problem. And now it's dangerous for your kids to play football with them, basketball, go out to lunch, wrestle in the ring, because that anger, you can do something, that anger will just snap. And they already think that you're the enemy. And they just now arrested this guy. We reported on this story a couple weeks ago. It seems like old news now. It takes it so long to arrest him. Because he's black. He's black. I guarantee you, had a white man jumped in the ring like that and attacked a black fighter or whatever, he would have been arrested before he can get out of the ring. And then there will be Black Lives Matter burning the country down. Talking about no justice, no peace. If ever we needed you, Lord, there's going to video just in case you don't remember it. Watch this. It doesn't have it
Is that a little too violent?
Huh?
I'm just thinking, is that a little too violent?
What do you mean?
Wait, hold on.
For us or for that man?
No, for the viewers / YouTube.
Oh, we didn't
There's
play
no
it
blood,
before?
But it's an uncensored.
Okay, we haven't. Did we play it before?
I think we did.
Did we play?
Just the beginning part here.
Did we play? Oh, okay.
I think we did though.
Look at that, beating up that white man.
It was blurred before.
Yeah.
Too violent for Hake's taste.
Right. Is it blurred now?
It's not blurred. I can't blur that like that.
You just played it.
Yes.
It wasn't blurred.
Correct.
Amazing, huh? It's a spiritual thing. Anger is evil, and anyone that has anger or resentment, whatever you want to call it, you are evil. And you, it doesn't matter if you're male or female, are a murderer. And you cannot be trusted. An angry person cannot be trusted. Christ said it, not me. I'm only telling you the message he brought. Do not trust an angry person. An angry person is a murderer. When you hate, when you're angry, are you doing it with joy? Well, some of you are. I want to just ask you about one quick video, and then I got to get to your phone calls and super chats. I want to know, what do you think about this situation? I haven't expressed to even when I was talking to my producer today, he gave me the story. I didn't mention to him what I thought about it. And so I want to know, what do you all think about this situation from WSOC TV9? A Cabarrus County traffic stop turned into something far greater when Deputy Sean Singleton showed compassion to a woman struggling with addiction and anxiety. Now, this is according to the report. I haven't even seen it yet. He just told me about it. Watch this from WSOC TV9.
Only on 9, a moment of humanity captured on one deputy's body camera. One woman says the act of kindness changed her life.
Give me a hug?
Yeah.
Come here.
From the lens of Cabarrus County Deputy Sean Singleton's body camera, this view is nothing out of the ordinary. A standard traffic stop.
The reason I stopped you is 61 and a 45.
You didn't put your lights on until after I slowed down.
Right.
I was going the speed limit.
No, but I clocked you at 61 and a 45. I didn't stop you there. What's with the attitude? Just curious.
Caitlin Ricchini says she was heading home from church when she got pulled over that Sunday.
And I meet him with absolute attitude. We're not allowed to have bad days.
No, everybody's entitled to a bad day.
So
I understand that. Like I said,
pulled over on a day is not fun.
No, I can understand that completely. Okay, but like I'm trying to be nice and courteous to you, and like I'm getting a lot of heat.
She was very aggravated.
I come from a background where I don't do cops. I can't stand cops.
Keeping his composure, Singleton ran her license and decided, despite the heated interaction, to let her off with a warning.
I understand you're having a day, so I'm not trying to make it any worse. This is a warning ticket for you to slow down. That's it. No court date, no fines, no nothing. I'll ask you to pay attention to the speed limit signs, get to where you're getting to safely.
What do y'all think about that? I haven't said yet. The cop went on to say, the cop went on to ask if the woman was okay, and apparently something changed. Watch this.
In that moment, something changed.
You know, I could tell something was going on, I just asked a question.
Are you good?
No.
No?
Anxiety is killing me.
Okay.
I come from a background, I'm clean and sober now, so
Okay.
I don't, I've always had bad
Okay.
incidents with cops. So
Okay. Is there anything I can do for you? You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you need help with anything at all? Do you need a hug?
Yeah.
Come here. Come here.
I moved down here to get away from an abusive relationship, and I'm clean and I'm sober for 4 months.
Caitlin revealed she was in a fight for her life in sobriety. Battling years of addiction and abuse, she had just moved to North Carolina, leaving her 5-year-old son in Maryland so she could get clean and get him back.
Yeah, I've never hugged a cop before.
I don't do cops, she said. What do you think about that, Hake?
That's heartwarming. Why are you laughing?
Oh.
Don't you think that was nice?
What? What part was nice?
Where the cop is like all patient with her. She's been all so nasty. And then
She's like, I don't do cops.
he breaks down her he breaks down her barriers. The cops need good PR, and this is nice PR for the cops. Although he's kind of catering to her. I didn't like that part, but still, is that right? Sweet.
Why your eyes look watery? Are you about to cry?
No, I'm tough. I never cry.
What did you think about an anchor baby?
That man should be embarrassed. They put that on the news. They basically put it on video. They put it on 4K. They saved it in the news archive of him being a mark, showing how of him showing to the world that this is how easy he is. He's a mark, and it's and that's that's kind of like that female way of getting away with stuff. Man.
Derek,
She kind of got away with it
here,
before
Derek.
she put out any emotion, so it's hard for me to say on that one.
Right, she got away with it before
she put
she
the
was coming from
waterworks.
church. Derek coming too. He about a little Bible thumper. He black.
So he should be embarrassed.
So what?
He should be embarrassed that's on TV. And then they put
And-
out
and
her
what?
business too.
Meaning what?
Addiction and struggling.
Oh, sure did.
But
she had
I
to-
like
Women
what
like
Hank,
to
I
do
kind of
that.
like what Hank said. They made me think about it. But no, he should be embarrassed.
You like what he said? What you like
About
what
the
he said?
spin and the PR for the police.
Oh.
And it's like, you know.
When I got rescued, I told a story, and I've
Rescued?
never lived it down. When I got rescued because I got lost in the dark forest.
What
When I
dark
was
forest?
Up
Where you
above the Rose Bowl.
Oh.
If you go up this trail in the Arroyo,
Uh.
there's like winding hills, and a teammate of mine at Pasadena City College and I missed a turn or something, and so we got deep into this dark canyon, Bear Canyon, and we had to drink the water that's running between the rocks. That might not be safe.
How long were you there?
We were gonna stay there overnight and then like keep our knees in the side of our shirts because it was like September, October, getting cold.
Never heard
And then jog
Me
back,
either.
and then jog back home to the Rose Bowl, and find our way back home in the morning. But there was like a helicopter above, and then their search and rescue came and
They were looking for
hiked
you?
up. We got onto a grassy knoll. Yeah, they were looking for us.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and so when
I've never heard this before.
the media called, and we were fine, but you know, the media called the next day or so, and I was like, oh, the cops did a good job, because my mother told me, oh, make sure you compliment the cops because the media is attacking the cops lately. This was back in 1999 or so.
Yeah, your knees inside your shirts. That's an
Yeah,
emergency
it's kinda cold.
situation.
Yeah.
How long were you there?
Sitting back to
Survival
back
situation.
until like 9 p.m., 10 p.m.
At night?
Mm-hmm.
I never knew this. When did you tell this? I never heard you mention this story.
Oh, on the Hake report.
Oh.
Yeah.
Funny, man.
It sounds like a movie.
And
or
now, like,
something.
the chat will say, oh, Hake got airlifted. That's what.
That's why they say
That's
that?
not even true. But they add to it, you know? But anyway, like, I made sure to compliment the cops because my mom told me the cops need good PR. So that stuck with me.
Man.
So my mama came out at me just now.
And so how did they know to look for you, though?
Because we didn't return with the rest of the team. Like, the team, we
Oh.
drove from PCC to the Rose Bowl and parked there, or the coaches did, and then we went up, and it was supposed to be like a 6-mile run or whatever, and we just got further and further lost, and we're like, this is not right. Where is everybody?
That's scary.
And so it's starting to get dark, and it gets dark with the tree cover.
Yeah,
so we
it does.
went up on a knoll, a hill, and we're gonna just kind of sleep under the stars.
Did you cry?
That's hardcore.
No, we were tough. We were fine.
You were like, I
They were
want
gonna
my
sleep
mama.
it out,
We
Jesse.
didn't think
Did
anything
you
of
say
it.
I want my mama?
They were going to
Oh.
sleep it out.
My mama wanted me.
They were about to go to
It was
bed.
the worst
My
night of
mama
her.
wanted me.
She called it the
Nice.
worst night of her life.
That was Mary said.
Yep.
Whoa.
And so the
women
helicopter
worry.
came and they lifted you up.
No, we saw
Let's
the
spread that.
helicopter and
Because he's adding to the conspiracies.
Yeah, we got to spread
Were you
that.
waving a white flag? or
no,
anything?
I was fine, but the other guy was like, "Hey, we're here."
Oh, you were?
But there were people like hiking around looking for us, and so we saw the flashlights and heard the voices, and we shouted, and they rappelled up the thing, up the knoll.
Wow.
They were about to go to
Wow.
bed. James was ready to pick this up in the morning.
Indeed.
Wow.
Were you
It's,
guys? Oh, so yeah.
No, go
I was
ahead.
gonna say, were you guys running too fast? That's how you got separated from everybody, or was it?
Yeah, we got separated from the group. We were kind of too fast for the slow people and too slow for the fast people.
Mm.
We were like above average runners, and
Above average.
and so we got
Wow. How old were you at the time?
18.
Really?
Yeah.
And so your coach called the police, said, Hake is lost. We can't find
Apparently.
Hake.
Yeah.
We need the above average runner back.
Above average is a funny way of describing it. Slightly above average.
And so did they have like they lowered one of those little stretcher things so y'all can get on it?
No. The helicopter, I don't even know if the helicopter ever spotted
and
us.
they pull you up and rolled away like this.
No, we took a van back.
That is right.
Cloud Bob says, this happened last year, Jesse. Yeah, 18. There it is. That's us.
There goes Hank.
There's the footage.
There's Hank.
There goes Hank.
I remember it being
Oh,
darker.
no, Hank, they got you spinning.
Oh, God.
That was the fun part. Whoa.
Is that you in there?
I don't disclose.
It was like that.
It was all shiny out.
What a mess. I never knew this, folks. This is my very first time hearing this story.
So about that heartwarming moment.
I know. I forgot all about it. But anyway, Derek.
Yeah.
What do you think about the heart moment with the deputy and the woman?
Man. In all honesty, I think he acted like Jesus. You know, he was patient with the woman. I think that's pretty good. He acted like Jesus. Don't you think he acted like Jesus? No. No.
I don't even know what you mean.
He was patient with that with that evil woman.
He acted like Jesus.
Yeah, he was up there acting like Jesus.
How
He was
do you know
patient
what Jesus would act like?
because Jesus is love. You know, he's patient. So, you know, it looked. I just don't like the news report. I don't like how the woman was reporting on it because I had to cut out most of the mess. But it was pretty emotional. But I liked it as far as the guy keeping his composure. You know, he didn't slam her. He didn't drag her out the car and slam her like I would have done because, you know, that's just.
You're black.
Yeah, you know. So,
amazing.
Yeah, it was
Nick,
cool.
because of time, should the cops have given her a ticket anyway?
See, on that, I think it was up to him. Discretion. I really have no comment on that.
Okay.
I think it could even still remain that she gets no ticket because that's how he saw it fit.
Right.
And he may have been wanting to do that anyways before the waterworks or the hug or anything.
Well, she mentioned she was having a bad day. And
Coming
his
from
reasoning
church.
for not giving her the ticket was not wanting to make the day any worse.
Oh, he said that? Oh,
Yeah.
I gotta stay listening.
Yeah, that's what he
She's
said.
like, I
See,
don't
this is
do
what I'm
cops,
getting at.
and I'm having a bad day.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I think he
And I don't
was.
do cops, she said.
He
He
showed
gets
he was a
back
mark.
there, and she couldn't sit in silence. She had to turn on her Christian music.
Yeah.
And she
Did
still
you
had
hear
it playing, yeah.
I'm assuming it sounded Christian.
It did sound Christian.
So should he have given her a ticket?
With that piece of info, yeah, he should have, because he was. This is what I said earlier. He's showing the world he's a mark. You just got to throw on a little bit of emotion. You get out of the ticket.
And for us marks, because marks don't know that we're marks. For us marks, a mark is somebody who is like they mark him as being a good target for scam.
Exactly.
Okay.
Oh, I wonder what.
As a sucker.
Oh,
a
yeah?
sucker. Yeah.
Y'all come up with new terms all the time.
It's a criminal mindset term.
The criminal class, like there's this criminal I like to watch sometimes, and when he gets super chats, he does this drop. This is ha, what a mark.
Oh, bro.
Making fun of the people who donate to him.
That's funny.
Anyway,
Derek, should he have got the ticket?
Yeah, she should have got a ticket. Her music was still up after she was arrested. You know, I was listening to it, and I was like, damn, that music is loud.
Yeah.
And another reason, she said she went to church, and she said
She was coming from
Yeah,
church.
she was coming from church, and she still had a bad day. She should be arrested for that. You know, that's a bad church. She's going to a bad church. When you leave church, if you're still having a bad day
I
after you leave
know.
church, you know,
man.
that's a terrible church. You know, I leave fellowship, and I'm having a great day.
Yeah.
So,
Should she have got a ticket still, James?
yeah, I think so, because like you, and I only think this because of my training having had to work with you, where the old school smart people never deviate from the norm, which you always do. You don't deviate from what you always do. And he deviated from what he probably should do. And the reason that he said it was because she's having a bad day.
Yeah. I was thinking, what a weak cop. As much problem as people give cops today, what a weak police. That man should have given her a ticket and not one hug. If anything, take her to jail. She was nasty and turned up the music and I don't do cops. Well, I don't do cops. And all she's going to do now is repeat the same thing again.
Yep.
And it ain't his problem that she was come from abusive relation. Women always use that too. Abusive. Was she being abusive to the man she left? What? Nah.
Mm-hmm. No
And so,
details.
no, he definitely should have given her a chance. He was weak. What beta?
Indeed.
Beta cop.
Extremely.
Yeah.
Beta.
He got played.
Yeah, now she's
Sucker.
gonna go in her little group chat and tell all her friends to do the same thing. So now it's over.
She got played. They should fire him with Jimmy Kimmel.
That's it. Right on.
Lay him off for a few days.
Let him be Jimmy Kimmel's security.
I know,
What a
huh?
mark.
Seriously. What a mark. That's it.
Amazing. Okay. 888-7753-773. Let me go to first time caller, KAREEM out of California. KAREEM, you are on the air.
Jesse, what's up? It's good to meet you. How you doing?
All is well, KAREEM. Thank you.
Yeah, so I had two questions, but I can't remember the second one. You black? So,
you black?
The first question. Yeah, I'm a young black man. Yeah.
You black?
Yeah. So, I'm getting into like the Word of God. You know, I'm getting closer, and like I'm doing a good thing. I'm doing like a good path, like doing it, like I'm getting rid of all my addictions and stuff. But how did you end up dealing with like all the women that like, you know, their fathers is Satan and stuff, you know?
KAREEM, can you hold for me?
Yeah, sure.
Let me take this break, and I'll come back to you as soon as I'm back from the break. Let me go back to KAREEM, first time caller out of California. KAREEM, he black. Thank you for holding. Go ahead.
As far as I'm concerned, I'm doing like a good job of getting rid of my worldly addictions. But when it comes to the women, how do you deal with all the women who have Satan in their hearts and on their minds? Like, how did you deal with getting rid of your lust? Yeah, that's a good question.
By overcoming your mother, because you resent your mother, you have anger, resentment toward your mother. The woman is your God, and you can't live with her or without her. But once you forgive your mother, God will become your God, and then you'll have self-control.
Okay. That sounds good. Because, I mean, I'm dealing with this one girl right now, and she dresses promiscuously and all that, and she be on the social medias and stuff, and it's just like, man, she kind of pretends to be like a woman of God and stuff like that. She's supposed to be a virgin, but I don't know, her persona doesn't really say that, you know?
Yeah, but it's not about her. You have to become the controller, the author of your own world, and you will have control. I promise you this too. You drop your anger by forgiving your mother, do the silent prayer, and then God will change your old nature and give you his nature, and you'll be fine. Have you heard me say, how old are you, KAREEM?
I'm 22.
Have you heard me say to go and forgive your mother before?
Yeah, I have heard you say that, actually.
Why haven't you done it?
Well, my mother actually passed away on the 1st of this year. She did, but, you know.
She did.
Yeah, I can still forgive my father, though, so I can still do that, because, I mean, they were both really pretty much beta, you know, God rest her soul, but, yeah, I can still forgive my father, and then...
and why do you resent your father? What do you resent your father for?
Oh, man, he's still got, like a drug issue right now, and then on top of that, he was in jail for a lot of my life, so...
Oh, okay.
Basically, yeah, so I got...
Forgive your father in the same way you don't have self-control. They didn't have it either because their parents screwed them up, especially the mother. And forgive your mother. Though she's inspired, you still realize she couldn't help herself, right? And do the silent prayer. And because you can't change, if you try to change yourself, it's going to only get worse. But if you turn that over to the light will change yourself and you'll be fine. But you can't do it yourself. So do the silent prayer for forgive your parents, and just start watching those thoughts and stop going with them. Don't do what they tell you to do, and you'll be fine.
And one last question. So when you do the silent prayer, how exactly do you do it? Because I think I've tried it once before, but I don't know. My thoughts kind of start saying a prayer by themselves. Like, how do you do it?
Did you use the video, rebuildingtheman.com/silent prayer? Did you use that?
Oh, no, I've never used it. Maybe I should use it.
Yeah, you should use it. It'll show you exactly how to do it. rebuildingtheman.com/silent prayer.
Okay, I'll go there and check it out then. Thank you.
All right. I wish you well, man.
Yeah, I wish you well too. Thanks, man.
All right. Bye now. I've said over and over again, and over and over and over again, that white people are under genocide in the United States of America. You have been made to be. I had to let my chair up there, my seat up. For 70-something years now, you have been told that you are the problem. Generation after generation after generation. And now, because they have been attacking you with words and physically for 70 years or so, give or take, you are under genocide. And it's going to get worse. It's not going to get better. Evil hearts don't change unless God changes their heart. And most black people are not trying to have God change their heart. And most white people are afraid of the blacks. It's going to get worse. And you can bank on that. And so what I recommended before and I recommend now, you need to separate from the blacks. Start your own town, create your own police department, your own court system, and separate from them. Because an angry heart is an evil heart. And the blacks are angry, and they're blaming it on you, even though it comes from their mothers. It starts in their home. They blame you for it because they've been told it's you. And white people are under genocide. In all the white countries, really. But I'm talking about my country, America first. My country. I'm talking about my country first. I want to show you something to prove my point. And this is a sad situation. And I don't know why any white person would let their son play football, basketball, wrestle, boxing, or anything with a black. Because that anger gonna pop up. And they're gonna take it out on your son because all they see is the white face. What I'm about to show you is sad and evil. Pure evil. And I can't blame, even though the way it appears, the black boy is totally wrong, totally evil for doing this alleged situation I'm about to show you. But I can't blame it. The white parents let their kids play with those blacks. And this is what you get. Black people are angry, and you don't know the destruction of blacks. They do it to each other, and so doing it to your kid would be nothing because they actually hate your kids. This is from WSBT. A junior varsity football game sent a player to the hospital on Thursday evening. A 15-year-old boy playing for Lakeshore High School was being blocked and then jumped on by an opposing player. Watch this.
This video may be disturbing to some. You can see the moment the player wearing number 73, who plays for Kalamazoo Central, jumps on the Lakeshore player. The video was taken by Mims recounting her reaction after seeing her son was injured.
First was like, is that my son? And as soon as it clicked that it was, I couldn't be stopped. I had to go down there. I've never felt anything like it. I've never been as upset or shaken up as I was over something for my son.
Her son was brought to the hospital where they found he has a broken spine in 2 places. He was released from the hospital and is now recovering at home.
He's out at least for this season. We don't know if he's going to be able to play again. He should and will make a full recovery.
While the varsity teams are scheduled to face off again tonight, Mims wants to raise awareness for potential dangerous plays.
Boys are high school boys. They're 15 years old. The game means a lot to them. It's their whole life right now. They're there from before I get up to go to work in the morning till after dinner, putting in the work. And for somebody to try to take that from somebody doing so much is awful for me to see.
I reached out to the Michigan High School Athletic Association regarding any potential disciplinary action against the student. Communications director sharing, quote, "We are aware of the situation you're describing. We talked to both schools and they are resolving this issue internally."
Amazing, huh? White people act like they just don't know what to do. Where's the father to the white kid? And this big old fat black guy jumped on that boy and, according to the report, broke a bone or something, spine or something. Why would you let your son play football with angry people you know hate you? What's wrong with the whites that they can't say no? I'm not letting my child play with no football with no black person. Who do you love? Why don't you love your children enough to say no to this? And I didn't hear that that white woman saying anything about this boy need to go to prison. This big old heavy fat black boy gonna get up and then jump back down on that boy like that and just pounce him. They hate you. And you're just so weak, you let them hate you and destroy your own children. Where's the white boy's father? Why they went to the mother and not the father about this situation? White people, you are under genocide in all your little white countries. And it's going to get worse because you have fear. And I'm not telling you to start no war, but I'm telling you, you got to speak up and protect your family from these people. My producer telling me, well, they'll probably label her a racist and later next lose her job. But what's more important, a job and a name caller or the life of your child? You've been, I've told you, I don't know what else to do for you. What a mess. Black people don't love you. They only love each other or themselves. They definitely don't love you. That's awful what that boy did, allegedly, that the little black one, the fat black one did to the skinny white one. And I don't know, I went there, allegedly, it looked deliberate. All the way out of South Africa, Mommy Africa, THEMBI, you are on the air.
Hi, Jesse.
Hey, THEMBI, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
No woman is good, all is well.
Of course. Yeah, thank you for taking my call.
Uh-huh.
I've been trying to find a way to call in, and seems like this is an option that works. So I'm happy that I'm on the air.
What option did you use?
So there's this app called Rebtel, Rebtel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it allows me to call in with Wi-Fi calling.
Right on.
So that's what I'm using.
Right on. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So my question to you was, I've been working on myself. You know, I listen to your show every day. And by the way, I'm the same person who's been giving the super chats under Mummy Africa THEMBI.
Amazing. Thank you.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Right on.
yeah. So, yeah, as I've been working on myself, like the truth has really just been revealing itself to me.
Yes.
And I'm seeing so much how everything on social media is like, you know, everything, it seems like everything that is wrong is good. Like just everywhere around me, whether it's just the people that I talk to, social media, the government, everything. And as much as the truth has been revealing that to me, sometimes I get in a space where I feel like, I don't want to call it depressed, but it almost feels like depressed. And I think, I remember Mimi in one of the church services had asked you, what is that line between feeling like seeing the truth for what it is, and then on the other side, it almost feels like you can get so easily depressed because it almost feels like everything is just wrong. Everything feels opposite, whereas when God is revealing everything to you, you can see what it is, you know. But then sometimes I get into a space where I feel kind of lonely, alone. Not lonely, but I feel alone because everything is so opposite, you know.
Yes.
So, yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to stay out of my thoughts, but sometimes I find myself in the space of feeling like I'm alone as I'm working on myself.
And
So
you are
I guess
alone. The beauty is every human being is alone, even those that with the crowd. They're still alone, but because they're in their head and they're very emotional, they just see themselves and to think that others are with them. Even your family members are not with you. You are alone. They're just putting on a fake showcase personality. And so when you see that, be glad to see that. But what's happening when you see what's going on in the world, on the internet and all that, and if you feel something about it, whether you feel sad or you feel afraid, it's only because you've gone into a thought about it. The thought made you think something about it. Oh, they this and this that. This is happening. People doing this. But don't get into your head about it at all. Let the thoughts pass. And you, the real you, will be fine. Because it's happening to them. It's not happening to you. This is hell on earth. This is the Old Testament, right? And hell, evil lives inside of human beings, in the mind and emotion. And they are inflicting that hell upon other people. And so all you're looking at is hell on earth inside of human nature. Human beings are evil, and that's what they do to one another. But you are fine. You'll be fine. Just don't believe what the imagination is telling you about what's happening outside of you. It's not happening to you.
yes, I definitely see that. And I think maybe I just need to catch myself more often because there are times when I'm interacting with family members, for instance, and I can totally see that what they're saying is wrong. And in the moments where I do catch myself, then I don't end up feeling that way, you know.
Right.
But there's just but then there's just some moments where it just feels, I don't
Only
know.
because you've gone back into the state of unconsciousness. That's why God said, remember, always remember to be present. Don't forget to stay present. And because the sin is to forget to be present, because the moment you forget to be present, you're back in the hell, the darkness, the emotions of your imagination. So just remember to be present. You'll be fine. And you can't do anything about what other human beings are doing. The way they treat themselves, the way they try to treat you, or the way they treat others, you cannot do anything about them. So let them suffer in their misery and don't feel bad for them at all, because if you do, they're going to turn around and try to destroy you because the darkness in them hate the light in you. So if you feel bad for your family members, or you feel bad for your adult children, or you feel bad for your so-called friends, or your husband, or anybody, they will destroy you because they're gonna see that you're weak, and they will destroy you.
Yeah. No, that's very true, Jesse. 100% true.
And so just remember, if you do look out into the world, online or wherever, you see all this stuff happening, what human beings are doing to one another, they are in hell and they love their pain. They love stabbing each other. They love the stabs that they get from evil, their imagination. They are loving their evil, and so don't fall for it and allow them to pull you back into their hell. You're overcoming the hell, and you're loving overcoming hell. They love getting deeper into hell, so don't let them pull you into their misery.
Yep, 100%. But it's like,
We gotta
yeah.
tell the truth, and it's the
Thank
truth
you.
that
I think
changes
that'll be all.
All
I
right.
totally agree with what you said.
I wish you well. You stay with it, stay with it, stay with it, all right?
Okay, thank you so much.
All right. Did you hear about this guy that was defending, he was representing himself in court, and they found him guilty yesterday, and he tried to kill himself right there in court, according to the report. He tried to stab himself in the neck with a pin. The Guardian is reporting that the man accused of trying to assassinate Donald Trump has his Donald Trump on his West Palm Beach Gulf Coast has been found guilty by a jury in Fort Pierce, Florida. A guy by the name of Routh, who now faces up to a life in prison. And they said the guy tried to stab himself when they found him guilty. Watch this from ABC News.
Tonight, the explosive moment in court after Ryan Routh was found guilty on all accounts of attempting to assassinate Donald Trump on his Florida golf course. Routh attempting to stab himself in the neck with a pen, shown in this courtroom sketch. Officers then swarming him and dragging him out of the room. A jury of 7 women and 5 men deliberating for just 2 hours. Routh now facing up to life in prison on 5 federal charges. President Trump praising the verdict, saying justice was served.
I'm very appreciative of the justice that was given and the way it was handled by Pam Bondi and Todd Blanche.
Amazing, huh? How you gonna try to stab yourself in the courthouse? Don't you see people standing around? Don't they have like court police people standing around? What? Routh presented himself and argued he was innocent. Watch this.
The fast-paced trial just a year after the incident, lasting just 12 days. Routh representing himself, deciding not to take the stand, calling only 3 witnesses in his defense. In his closing arguments, the 59-year-old spoke about himself in the third person, telling the jury the prime opportunity was there for the defendant to shoot the president, and yet the trigger was never pulled, arguing he is innocent. This human being does not have the capability to harm another human being. But the prosecution said Routh planned for weeks, making 17 trips to scope out Trump International in West Palm Beach, pointing to this note they say was handwritten by Routh. "Dear world, this was an assassination attempt on Donald Trump, but I am so sorry I failed you." Last September, a Secret Service agent spotting a rifle pointing out of the bushes. One agent opening fire, Routh fleeing the scene.
Shots fired, shots fired, shots fired. Individual in the bush with a gun.
Authorities later tracking Routh down and arresting him on the side of the road.
David, sources tell us that pen Routh used to stab himself is specially designed to prevent injuries. He'll be sentenced in December.
He didn't know it was designed that way. And he's going to represent himself in court on a serious issue like this? What the? You got to be out of your mind. What a mess. A spiritual battle. It ain't about color. It ain't about male or female. It's good versus evil. And the way that people are acting with the Charlie situation, mind blowing to me too, but this is hell on earth. And human beings are evil. Even Christ said, an angry person / resentment, both the same thing, is an evil person. An angry person is an evil person. And do not trust an angry person. It didn't say whether it's your mama, your daddy, your brother, your sister, your friends, whatever. Don't trust anybody that's angry. New York Post is reporting Autumn Perkins, who live in Middletown, Ohio, visited a Starbus location inside a Cougar. When she received her order, is it Cougar or Kroger? Kroger. My bad. Kroger. And when she received her order, she was shocked to see that an employee had written racist favorite drink on the side of the cup. After speaking to the manager, Perkins learned that the employee admitted to writing the hate message and was subsequently fired. Watch this. Oh, Nick got to read it.
That's her cup. That's the cup. And it reads right there, racist's fave drink.
And I didn't know fave meant favorite drink.
Yeah.
And that's
so they're calling her the racist and that this is her favorite drink.
And what? How is that racist though?
I'm not sure. Maybe she's known.
Did Charlie Kirk like that kind of drink or something?
I don't.
Darren, what
Somehow
was that story
the
about?
barista lady or person had decided this person, Autumn, was a racist. Something she did, said, or maybe something.
Darren explained it to me this morning. I forgot. Darren is telling me about you. You can see on the cup. That's Charlie Kirk go-to drink, according to my producer.
Oh.
Grande Mint Majesty.
We can't hear you, hey.
Grande Mint Majesty Honey Blend. Grande is like a large or a medium, I guess. Honey Blend.
And so,
Mint Majesty Honey Blend.
How you know it's Charlie Kirk go-to drink, Derek? Oh, he mentioned it during his debates.
Mint Majesty.
That was his drink. And so, okay, so apparently, according to
honey blend,
Charlie Kirk somewhere mentioned that was his favorite drink. So this person went and ordered it, and that's when the employee wrote, "Race his favorite drink." At work, you're not paid to be attacking people at work, folks. You're paid to do a job. You made a promise. If you hire me, I'll do this job for you. I'll work for 8 hours and sometime overtime and do the job for you. You're not there to do this to the company. What the?
So U.S. or Pensacola News Journal reports Starbucks is clarifying their policy after a barista, that's somebody who writes who makes your coffee, faces a backlash for not writing Charlie Kirk on the cup. So supporters of the late conservative influencer Charlie Kirk are ordering his favorite Starbucks
That's
drink.
a different story.
That's what this story is supposed to be about, supposedly, right? He just literally said that.
No, that's another one. Here's that story coming up right now.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm about to explain that to them, too. This is another Starbucks.
Okay.
Am I saying that right?
Pretty close. Yes.
Let me hear you say it.
Starbus.
Starbus.
No, sorry. It's Starbucks.
You don't know either then.
Yes, I do. I'm just, I like how you say it.
Oh, Starbucks.
Mm-hmm.
This is from the Independent. In a now viral TikTok video, a woman claimed that Starbucks refused to write or say Charlie Kirk's name. Watch this from News 7 News.
You want 2, honey? 2? Okay. Hi, let me get a grande mint majesty with 2 honeys.
Let me ring up over here, okay?
Okay.
Perfect. What else today?
Oh, that's it.
Perfect. What was the name for the order? Or actually, you need a name.
The name is Charlie Kirk.
We can't do political names, but it didn't even ask for a name to begin with, so it's gonna be $3.75, okay?
Oh, but can you write the name on the cup?
The sticker won't print.
Oh, you can't write on it?
I could, but I could write Charlie
Why can't you write the whole name?
because it's political.
Political?
Yes, yeah. Let me start your pizzeria, okay?
Trying to sound so friendly. Let me go see it, okay?
And it's going to be $3.75 today.
You know what? Forget it. I don't want it.
Amazing. And Starbucks has since released a statement. There is no restriction on customers using Charlie Kirk's name in our order, on their order. And we are following up with our team. That's from September 16, 2025. That's what you were reading, right, Hake?
Yeah. So they can write. Well, if you want me to read, yes. Starbucks clarified that although political slogans are not permitted on orders, names including Charlie Kirk are, and they're investigating claims of baristas writing critical messages on cups in response and found them to be unsubstantiated, they claim.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What do you think about that story?
That's silliness.
What's
it's all like woman stuff.
What's silliness about it?
It's silly that they're going into Starbucks and trying to get his favorite drink and say, put Charlie Kirk's name on it. And then she cancels the order because the girl doesn't want to write it.
Right.
It's dumb.
Do you think that person already knew that it would be a problem when she went in there and asked her to write Charlie Kirk's name? That's not her name. Do you think she knew that she did it? I mean, that she knew there would be a name? I don't know. You don't know the person that did that, but why would she go in there and use Charlie's name? That's not her name.
Because they're pretending like they want to honor Charlie Kirk by doing this and spread awareness and stuff. But that's not spreading goodwill towards Charlie Kirk because they know that Starbucks is like a liberal establishment. They would write Black Lives Matter maybe and wear Black Lives Matter stuff, but they're not going to be. They per capita they probably hate Charlie Kirk because they're brainwashed and don't know anything. And you're not. It's just woman ego battle.
Talk about hell on earth, huh?
Yeah, that didn't leave a good feeling for anybody involved. Not that it's about feelings necessarily.
Jared said, this is a perfect representation of what women in our government are doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like MTG type stuff,
What's
Marjorie
that?
Greene.
Oh.
Because she's so nasty.
Who, Margaret?
Yeah, Marjorie Greene.
Isn't she conservative?
Yeah, but she's nasty, though.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she'll fight with these people, and it's not just making mess.
I heard a fight with a black woman one time.
Yeah, that was funny. With Jasmine Crooked. If you can see through your fake eyelashes. And then Jasmine Crooked went on some late night show after calling her a bad-built, butch body person. Something like that.
Well, it was nice to see a white person standing up to the black for a change.
Right. But she didn't do it right.
They shouldn't be arguing like that and carrying on
Yeah.
at work. But it was interesting to see it.
Yeah, for sure. I enjoyed that moment, but she doesn't belong there.
Amazing. Some of you may have heard about this already. This is hell on earth, right? So this is what happens in hell. And human beings' hearts are evil. And so evil people have nothing else better to do because Satan is their God. They have to go, they're hurting themselves, destroying themselves from within. And they got to get a false sense of joy or thrill from trying to hurt other people, other human beings. So this is what you see on earth right now. And it is amazing to witness this. The Old Testament alive and well right now. But some of you may have heard from Fox 4, a sniper died from self-inflicted gunshot earlier Wednesday morning after he shot 3 ICE detainees at a Dallas ICE facility from a rooftop. A 29-year-old man with ties to North Texas and Oklahoma has been identified as a suspect in the Dallas ICE Detention Center shooting. Watch it from Fox 4.
Around 6:30 Wednesday morning, as an unmarked van entered the back of the ICE detention center on North Stemmons Freeway in Dallas. Authorities say a gunman opened fire from a nearby roof. 3 ICE detainees inside the van were hit. 1 died. The other 2 were taken to the hospital in critical condition. Authorities say the gunman, identified as 29-year-old Joshua Yan, shot himself. Our news cameras captured bullet holes in the windows of the back of the building near the Sally Port, the area where detainees are transferred. And the Department of Homeland Security shared this photo of bullet holes piercing the glass of a framed American flag inside the facility. Morning rush hour traffic along adjacent I-35 was diverted as local and federal authorities swarmed the area.
I can confirm at this time that the FBI is investigating this incident as an act of targeted violence.
The full scope of the motive behind the shooting is still unclear, but during a press conference Wednesday morning, authorities say shell casings at the scene gave some insight.
What I can also share with you is that early evidence that we've seen from rounds that were found near the suspected shooter contain messages that are anti-ICE in nature.
Amazing, huh? So I was reflecting on this yesterday when I heard about this. It's interesting to me that the politicians, especially Democratic politicians and liberal media, they are pushing this hatred stuff. Hate the Republican, hate the MAGA people, hate this and that. Hate the people, the ICE people who are doing their jobs to get illegals out of the country. And then the Democratic politicians going out pretending that they're just so concerned about the ICE people, about when it's all about votes for, they want the illegals here for the votes. And so they go out, they stir up anger and hatred. And so the media, the liberal media, and the Democratic representative are doing this, and they're doing it for personal gain. Not that they care about the ICE people at all. I mean, the illegals at all. They want these people to stay because they want to vote, so they can, because a lot of illegals vote illegally. And they keep these representatives, so-called representatives, in office. It's all about that. And so they show up at ICE detention centers and act like they try to want to get in. It's all an act. But what's interesting is that in doing that, it encourages angry, especially young white men, to go out and shoot up, allegedly shoot up other people in the ICE places, right? And so if you notice the so-called representatives, they don't go to jail. They don't shoot up people. Their lives are fine. But the people who are going out shooting up people are the ones that catch a hell in their own personal life. Isn't that like crazy? And most of these shootings are done, it seems, allegedly by white guys. And so it's crazy to let the politicians influence you and the media to go out and destroy your own life. Think about that. And you get nothing from it but a temporary thrill. Nothing from it but a temporary thrill. And you're letting Gavin Newsom and all these people talk, they're saying these untrue things about what's happening, you allow them to influence you to destroy your own life. Can it get any crazier than that? They still go home at night. They hang out with their families. They go out to dinner and lunch and all that. They still have their jobs. They're not shooting up people. You are. And you don't see how you're being manipulated and controlled. And you got these young white males going out, and according to the reports, and allegedly killing up people. Why? Look at the boy that killed Charlie. His life is over now. And for what reason? All for a thrill. And the people who encourage that in him, they're not in jail. They're still going to work every day. Why are you letting other people control? What's wrong with you? You're ruining your own life because you listen to what these people are saying. And you're so young. You got a long life ahead, and you're destroying it because you get mad because somebody else said something. And those people who are saying it are evil people. They're using you for personal gain. And you don't even see what's happening. What a mess! Think about that. Young white men going, you got enough problems as it is. You already have a genocide upon you. Why are you creating more problems for yourself? You won't stand up and say, no, I'm not a racist. No, I'm not this, but you'll go on a roof and shoot somebody. And that makes sense. You're listening to some dumb politician who are only there for personal gain, money, and perceived power, call the MAGA people Hitler and Nazi and all that, and you get mad and you fight on university campuses and everywhere. You fight because what somebody else said about somebody else. And they don't care about you at all. Not one iota of a bit. I want to show you something that is so interesting to me and just so interesting. Let me play it for you first. This is really gonna blow your mind. Didn't I blow your mind this time? Didn't I? This is from Fox Nashville. A conservative group called the Fearless Debate Tour sparked controversy at Tennessee State University, leading to a heated exchange with students. Wait, I don't know if this is, yeah, watch this from Fox Nashville.
We had a group of people come and start to heckle us.
Why even provoke on our campus?
New tonight, chaos here at the Tennessee State University campus after a debate group visits the campus wearing MAGA hats and carrying signs against DEI and illegal immigration.
Fox 17 News' Karen Aguilar joining us from TSU tonight after speaking with both students and that debate group.
Most students I spoke with are calling the conservative group who showed up here at TSU hateful. That group tells me they were just trying to have civil discourse with the students and are accusing those who push back of inciting violence. Video shows spirited Tennessee State University students gathered around the Fearless Debates group. David Cate is a co-founder.
We went from a peaceful conversation with students to quite literally a mob inciting violence against us.
He tells me they are trying to encourage debate on the heels of Charlie Kirk's murder. The signs the group brought read, DEI should be illegal and deport all illegals now. Let's talk. TSU senior Layla Johnson was there when it all went down on Tuesday.
What
What did you think about the group coming onto this campus with those signs?
I just feel like it was unnecessary. Like, why would you come to a HBCU with all that commotion knowing that we're going to say something about it? Like, they're just, like, insane.
Oh, God. And the leader of the MAGA group explained their reason for targeting Tennessee State University, which later described the group's action as hostile. Watch this.
Why did your group pick a historically black college to have this conversation?
Is there a reason why we shouldn't go to historically black colleges to have these conversations? We're not limiting who we want to go speak to based off their race, based off their gender.
The university is calling the group's actions hostile and saying TSU students conducted themselves in a professional and respectful manner.
Take a look at our last 6 stops, our first 6 stops. We have not had an issue like this whatsoever.
Layla believes they were not there for debate, but to provoke students.
I don't agree with it. Like, it's just nonsense.
All we did was set up a table.
The university says a group was escorted from campus. Kate denies that. He instead says they were taken away for safety. TSU adds they were not authorized on campus. Are you guys going to continue to just show up to public universities if they don't answer?
Absolutely, it's our free speech. It's our these campuses have a free speech area. They're public universities.
The university declined to comment further, but the NAACP came out in support of the students.
Amazing. Nate, what do you think about that?
Wow. Many things, but first I'm thinking about how this is a university. So they have multiple stops. And you go to these, they're going to these places to debate, and they go to the black one, and they just get yelled out. And you got to remember, these are students, and they're there to learn and debate each other and be academics. But they go to the HBCU, and no academic thing happens at all. I want to go on, but I'm trying to get this break set up correctly.
And Hake needs to come in, too. I want to hear from my other expert, Hake, about this.
But what else is I thinking here?
You want me to go to some of the others to you? I want to hear about hate while you're working on that, Nick.
We got this hate coming up.
How long? Don't we have a time for it?
No, we have time. I just got to set up the right song and all that.
Oh, okay. Hey, what do you think about that? They went to, the MAGA hat group went to a black college to do that, and they ran off.
I've seen some of these guys doing this. I'm familiar with one in particular who was on my show before, and they go to all campuses. They didn't just target a black campus. So they go to campuses dressed the same way with the MAGA hats and little signs to spark a discussion. And I don't know. I probably wouldn't do it. This guy who was on my show, he's getting beat up a lot by people locally because he was in LA for a long time, and he's a young, like 22-year-old guy willing to sacrifice his body, I guess, for a while. But it reminds me of that guy Andy No who documents Antifa, and Antifa physically attacks him.
Yeah.
So I don't think I would do it because I'm not trying to attract that kind of attention on me. But
why would they go to a black college at this time instead of going to a historically white college?
They've gone to both. So it's not one instead of the other. They're going to all kinds of colleges.
Black colleges?
They're going to white colleges as well.
Are they going to black colleges?
Yeah, apparently.
But this is the only one we know about.
Right. But I'm familiar with them going to white colleges as well.
And he's
the recent
said
days.
as much. He was talking to that reporter lady. He pretty much said as much because they were like, are you agitating an HBCU? He's like, just look at the first 6 stops of our tour. He was implying that it's not just black. So I think that's what he was saying.
Are there other colleges other than historically white college? So they have black universities and they have historically white universities, right?
Right.
What other universities are there?
Maybe there's some historically Hispanic universities. White Hispanic.
I want to finish this when I come back. Let me take a quick break and then your phone calls. I want to just show you the cell phone footage of this white guy that went to the black college, and they set up a table there, and they got ran off by the blacks. This is from X. Watch this.
They threw a drink up top.
Oh my gosh, they threw a drink up top.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Did somebody just throw something in our car?
Arrest. They just tried to hit the car. They're still hitting the car. Whoa! That was loud.
Amazing. So, hey, you say? Hake is one of the experts here on the Justin Lee Peterson show, and so is, as well as the host of the Hake Report, his own show, and then the American Anchor Baby. And he's the host of the American Anchor Baby and an expert here on JustinLeePeterson.com. You say?
Very professional how those students conducted themselves. Not. The university falsely said that the university put out some statement saying, "Oh, our students conducted themselves very professionally," which is false. Obviously.
Yeah.
They're always lying.
But that's not false.
It's not false?
No.
That is professional?
That is professional for the blacks. That's black excellent.
Yeah.
That's how the blacks act. So that's professional when you're black to act that way.
Very low standards for themselves.
But in their mind, that's high standard to be violent.
Yeah. It just shows me that you can't trust anything that these people say. I'm a little on the guy's side because I know the guy. Even though normally I'd be like, I wouldn't be going over there just looking for trouble. But they go everywhere, and they're not necessarily looking for trouble.
Everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man.
You go to a historically white college or university, and people some of them might yell, and sometimes there was one white guy who yelled and screamed at them. He was like pro-LGBT type of a guy,
right.
A YouTuber. A competitor.
He was at the fight there?
At a different university that I saw. And so there are dark-hearted people of all races acting like this. But normally, it's like a nothing thing. So sometimes people will come up and have a discussion. Other times, people will just ignore them.
Amazing. And what do you think, Anchor Man, what do you say about it?
Yeah, it's a terrible state that people are in. Crazy. It's crazy to see it. I mean, it shows me how there really is no love between people, for black people. I mean, you have whole institutions with fancy titles, putting out official letters telling them, thank you for being professional. They have given up on these people. There's no, and everything going on between the races and talking about, let's educate each other, blah, blah, blah. It's all for show. Nobody's really doing anything. They're just trying to get through another day.
My producer, Derek, who is black, said, it's so sad to see my people have been lied to. His people. The Nazi people.
Do you need to be authorized? Because they did an unauthorized visit. They show up unannounced to all these colleges and universities. And it's not like it's a pre-planned event that's announced so that Antifa can plan to shut them down and go crazy.
I think if you're going to do a public speech, you have to get approved from the university.
Right, but if you just set up a little table unannounced, do you have to is there some rule against that?
I have no idea.
Yeah, because they're acting like they did something wrong. But they're doing it and getting away with it at all the other colleges and universities, the white ones.
And so I have a few questions about this.
All right.
Number one, why would these white guys go to a black college at a time like this when they already know the blacks hate them? They already know they're under genocide by the blacks, right? And then they know the blacks hate them It's been out everywhere since Charlie assassination. Why would they go to an all-black college and set up a table now?
I would guess to show what's going on.
Why would they go, Anchor Baby?
I was thinking something like what James just said, but I was also thinking another possibility is I think it's also just as likely they don't know, Jesse.
Don't know
They
what?
don't know how much the blacks hate.
They do know.
No, but
It's been everywhere since Charlie was assassinated.
But it's, you know how you don't know sometimes until it like happens to you or you really see it.
But they know this, Anchor Baby.
Know what?
That the blacks don't like them.
But like, you know how you don't really know until you...
No, they
some
really
people,
know.
not everybody. You and I are discerning people, but some people, they got to see like this angry face, and you were just there, and I'm like, wait, I was like the nicest guy. I was just there setting up a table. What did I do to this person? This black woman is just yelling in your face. Black Lives Matter. And then it like, wow, these people are really angry. No? You guys are like, nah.
I mean, I think that colleges in
Derek,
general
come here for a minute. My other expert, he write me all this stuff, so I want him to come here.
I think colleges in general are the lion's den for somebody who's conservative to go into, but especially black ones. I mean, you've heard about this over the years, honestly. Remember that guy with the MAGA hat? Some like Howard University or something. They stole his MAGA hat and assaulted them.
Right. Something like that.
It has been going on for quite some time.
Derek, what do you think about the fact that these people went to the black college to do this at this time? This is my other expert, my producer of the show. This is Derek.
Move this way, Derek.
He black.
Oh, I think they did it for. I think there's multiple reasons to do it.
Why?
For one, Charlie Kirk, of course. Of course, they're trying to keep his legacy alive.
What legacy?
Well, his legacy of debating on college campuses. They're trying to, keep that movement going. And I'm not saying they're a part of TPUSA at all, but they're trying to keep that alive. I think also for the viral clips. I think they knew what they were getting themselves into for sure. I think that's a possible reason for the viral clips, because you can make a lot of, if you get a good enough clip.
They did it for that reason.
I mean, that's another reason. If they, because if you get a good enough clip, that'll put your name out there, and you'll be able to generate a lot of money from that. So definitely for the viral clips, the money. I mean,
that's a right reason to go to a black college and for clips.
I mean, I was also going to say, too, and just for civil debate, I think if you really believe in your ideas, you should be able to articulate it and defend it. And the way that they were acting, it was sort of sad to see, but those are like the real main reasons, I think, just for Charlie, possibly the fame and the money or the notoriety. And just for casual civil debate.
Amazing.
I think those are the main things.
What do you say to that, Anchor Baby?
About it being for Charlie?
It being for the money.
Oh.
For the viral clip.
For the notoriety and all that. I mean, that's the kind of, I'm trying to show myself. That's kind of the, I don't know, I guess you could say that's like the ego reason behind most of anything we do. Like, you work out, you're like, I'm doing it for health, but some part of you is like, it's also for vanity.
Amazing.
So, it's possible, sure.
Huh?
That's possible, sure.
Huh?
It's possible, sure. Wait, I'm in your ears. I don't need to get louder. I'm coming through your headphones. I don't need to yell.
I know.
He always gets you.
Go ahead.
It's also to show what's going on. The viral thing goes viral, one, because blacks in general are kind of entertaining, and then blacks acting out is going to get the viral, and it's also going to show, look how bad these people are. It's crazy. On college campuses, it's kind of exposing what's going on to a broader audience of people who don't realize just how crazy these people are.
I believe that these two white guys that went to the black college, they went there for the thrill. It had nothing to do with Charlie, it had nothing to do with anything but a thrill. Derek may be onto something for the clips and the money. Because why would you go to a black college right now when there's already just nothing but evil in the air? And why would you just pick up and run to a black college and you're white and you already know that you're under attack anyway? Why would you go to a black college? They knew that these black people were going to act that way. That's why they got the table, sat it up on the lawn out front. They knew that this was going to happen. Why didn't they just go, if they got to have the thrill, why not just go to a historical white university?
Because it's not as big of a thrill.
Right. It ain't about love. It wasn't about Charlie. It wasn't about MAGA. It was about getting some hits.
That's interesting. I didn't.
Is there anything wrong
That's
with that?
all yes. There is some, this is what happened in hell, but you're right, they do it for thrills. But you're not, if they're supposed to be representing MAGA's supposed to be doing what's right, being right. You don't go and try to get a thrill. They had on their hats. They went to a black college at a time when everything is already in chaos after the assassination of that boy. So they knew what they were doing. It wasn't for they wanted an honest debate. Yes, Nick.
I was going to say that when I saw their question on their table, which was abolish all DEI or something like that, and they were at that college.
Against the law.
But this is not the time to go to black college campus and say that.
I honestly did think that when I saw that, but the moment I heard him say, "Oh, just look at that," he said something about having multiple locations. I threw that out of my head. Like, okay, no, he was going around to different ones. It's all good. So I didn't even think on that even 1 second more.
I don't know.
So what?
I was going to say, I think for one, the topic, DEI, a lot of black people are involved in DEI programs.
They are. Black people love free stuff. They are DEI, affirmative action people. It's just the way it is. But you don't go to a black college, you're white. Yeah. You're not even invited there. You are going to sit up a table on the lawn with a MAGA hat on.
I think
this is a setup.
That's probably the main thing that I'd say.
Okay, I see that perspective. What about in a different angle? That's also the exact place where you go to ask that question.
No, not now, though.
Maybe not now. That's the exact people you'd ask that
What
question
do you mean by not now?
There's already hatred in the air. Everybody fighting over the whites and the blacks are really fighting now with the Charlie thing. And these people knew what was going to happen. That's why they had video. They were ready to record and everything.
Yeah, they record all of their interactions.
And they knew that the blacks were going to act this way. And then the blacks are so out of control, they allowed themselves to act that way so they could be used. They got used. They got played.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think you can make that argument for all forms of, like, outside debates.
What?
I think you can make the argument for all debates, just outside debates. Like when you set up a table and you said, hey, let's debate about this, I think you can make the
Look
argument
at the
for
subject they were dealing with
Yeah.
at a black college right now.
Yeah.
Why did they go to a historical white college?
Well,
that's just
black colleges, they participate. Well, black students, they participate more in DEI programs.
Right. What a mess.
So,
I generally like how this guy that I'm thinking of, can I say his name? Because he's on my show.
Yeah.
Cam Higbee, how he conducts himself. But I did, when he was last week or so, I saw this guy screaming at him. Screaming and yelling. And it was a white guy, purportedly white. One of the LGBT, like I mentioned.
Right.
And Cam was just recording him and making little statements, small statements that were true and fair, I guess. But it did cross my mind that you shouldn't really engage with the devil like that.
Right. You had two white guys went to the devil's den.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
A black college. At a time like this, when they know black people don't like Charlie or didn't like him, and they're glad he's dead, And they're going to say, tomorrow we're going to get a tape and go sit up at a black college in a mega hat and ask these kind of questions. That's a setup.
Can I say that I'm glad that he did it so that we could talk about it? Because very entertaining little segment here.
Dang it. I kind of want to see those black people go crazy again. It was sort of sad.
And then lie about it like they were professional.
It's not hard to get blacks to respond to anger because they're so violent.
Yeah.
And not all, but most blacks are so violent and easy to anger.
Nice.
So it doesn't take much to get them. Look at that. Look how they acting. Like they're in Africa.
Oh my gosh, they threw a drink up top.
It's not hard to get the blacks to act this way. And they knew that the blacks were going to act that way. Really, they knew it. Especially right now.
And you can be just as provocative at a white college and...
Right. They could have gone to a historical white college and the liberal whites would have acted out too. They didn't have to go to the black college. But you get more hits at the black college. Because you know blacks are to act. They're very violent, angry, violent people. 888-7753-773. Let me go to Chicago and talk to Eduardo. Eduardo, you are on the air.
Hey, Jesse.
Hey.
I just need some general advice.
Speak up a little bit.
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can now.
Yeah, so 3 months ago, I quit my job just due to too much. I was getting way too much anxiety, which I know is anger. I ended up quitting my job, and I moved out of my my roommate's apartment too. I was living with one of my roommates, and now I'm actually I'm at my brother's house, but my parents live here. And
your parents live with your brother?
Yeah, it's a 3-flat. It's a separate unit, but I understand that's still not good. But I ended up moving here due to money issues, so I'm now living here. So it's been 3 months since I'm living with them, and I just feel like things have gotten worse for me. In all honesty, in terms of anger and stuff. Yesterday, I had to forgive my mom again because I feel like the first time I did it, it was more of just because I heard you say it. But yesterday, I feel like I truly forgave her, and the first thing she did was she went to go tell my dad, and then I kind of had an argument with my dad about that, and cause my dad is really, really beta, man. So he basically told me, "Oh, why'd you make your mom cry?" And I was like, "I didn't make her cry. I just apologized for resenting her and everything she did to me and all that." So I told her that. So I just don't know what should I do? Because I have so much anxiety to the point where I can't even sleep anymore. I have a chest tightness and just feeling dizzy that I'm even afraid to get a job, feeling like I'm gonna pass out now at a job.
We have some type of problem with your phone. Stay close to your phone.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
I can now, but stay close to your phone.
Okay. Yeah.
And
so yeah,
are you doing the silent prayer?
Yeah, I'm doing it every day, Jesse, morning and night. It's just I'm sorry, go ahead.
So what I recommend, you stop paying attention. Just be aware of the thoughts and emotions that are going through your body. Don't call it you. Don't identify with it. And get up and go find yourself a job. And eventually you'll be able to move out. Don't argue with your parents. Don't argue with your brother. And just watch those thoughts or feelings and let the light take care of the darkness, and you'll be fine.
Okay, I also have another question.
And
Jesse,
don't be mad. Are you on a speaker or something?
No, I'm not on speaker, Jesse.
Okay. And don't be mad at your dad, your father, or your mother, or anyone about anything. Let them think and feel and act the way they want. But don't get involved in their lives. You just quietly live your own life.
Okay, I also have another question, Jesse.
Yeah.
Is it normal that I can't relate anymore to any of my brothers or my mom and dad anymore? Is that normal while you're going through the spiritual path?
Yes, that's normal. You're overcoming the world inside of you, your mind, and you're overcoming the world outside of you. So you're not going to be able to relate to the darkness.
Okay, and also like interest. I feel like I'm just like losing interest in like just I don't know, and like just doing like a job, getting a job, all that. I've had so many jobs where it's like I just don't feel like interested in doing a job anymore. I don't know. It's weird. It's like.
But you got to get up and you don't need to be interested in it. Just get up and go to work. You got to earn a living for yourself. Be grateful that you have a job. Don't complain about it. Go and when the people hire you, keep your word and work hard, get paid, and live your life. You don't need to be interested in anything.
Okay. Also, Jesse, like I've been following you for like 6 years or so, and like just one of the biggest issues that I've had, like in terms of dropping, is like it's pornography and women, man. It's like I just can't seem to like stop doing all that, and I really like want to just be free of that.
The way you be free of it, stop thinking about it. When the thoughts come about it, just be aware of the thoughts. Do nothing about it, and it'll pass. You're just in your head, man. You still believe in thoughts and emotions. You're still identifying with them as though they are real, as though they're you, as though they're true, and they're not. So just stop saying I this and I that and I this, and you'll be fine.
Okay.
And don't try to stop fighting. You're trying to fight with evil, and because you're trying to fight with it, God can't help you.
Okay.
So be aware of all that's going through you. Just be aware of it. Quietly be aware. Don't call it you, and go and live your life. Get you a job. Eventually get you a place, and you'll be fine.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Jesse. I appreciate you for taking the time.
All right, buddy. 888-775-3773. Super chat. And while hate is coming in, let me go to Will out of Texas. Will, you're on the air.
Hello, sir. How are you?
All is well, Will.
That way. There we go. Sorry about that, sir.
Okay.
Good morning, Jesse. Good morning, crew.
Hey, Will.
Hey, Hake. Liked your great white shark shirt. So you're instead of the great white hope, you could be the great white shark. So.
Hake, you know what you're talking about?
Nice. Thank you for the suggestion.
Yeah. Sorry, to get to my point, to keep it pithy, as you say, I just simply called to point out when you had your panel of experts on discussing the gentlemen who were going to the historically black college and trying to have a debate, and you had pointed out, well, why would they go there except for the thrills or for seeking some type of, personal validation? And I was pointing out to Derek, your producer, that, Jesus went where he wasn't wanted. He knew that it was dangerous and that people were out to get him, and yet he went anyway, and that he preached often to seek out, the places that you would have, differences of opinion. And so I think that was just important to keep in retrospect, is that, we're not called to take the easy path sometimes, and we're actually, the road is long and path is narrow.
But when Jesus went, he didn't have a cell phone trying to get clicks.
I mean, no, he didn't have a cell phone trying to get clicks, but he had a posse of 12 people who were constantly spreading his word. He had disciples and everything else. People spread their word by word of mouth.
I know, but Will, why would those guys go to a black college right now with all this hell going on already? Why would they go to a black college, set up a table on the lawn there, and then have the subjects about DEI and whatever else they had? That was for to get a reaction from the blacks. And they knew that blacks were going to react because blacks, and not all, but most, hate white people anyway. And they knew that the blacks were going to do what they did.
Right. I would agree. I'm sure, because if you're pointing out, they chose the topic of DEI, and anybody with common sense could sit and say,
especially right now.
I'm sorry, sir?
Especially right now. Jesus would never have deliberately set anyone up to overreact to him.
Sure. Okay, that's true. But then I guess let me turn the question around.
Yeah.
If not now, so then you're supposing that that there's supposed to be some type of settling. You're supposing there's some type of settling point as to when. Oh, well, now is a better time. If not now, then when? You know, and I would ask that question. Well, then if not now, if the waters are already muddy, you know, if not now, then when? You're supposing that there would be a better outcome, and I would digress and say that the outcome would be the same no matter when you waited. So, it would be the way it would be, irrespective of what time you chose to bring it up.
I don't know what you're saying.
I'm simply saying that whether or not they waited till things settle down or they address the issue now, I don't believe the outcome of them simply going there would change. That,
but you don't know that, though. You're just assuming that. We're talking about what happened right now. Those guys took cell phones. They went to a black college knowing that the blacks are going to be out of control and overreact. They set up a table on the front lawn. They wouldn't even. It wasn't even an invited speech to give. On the front, two white guys with a mega hats went and set up a table on the black college, knowing how evil black people are against white people or anyone else that disagree with them. They got what they were looking for. The blacks acted just the way the white people wanted it, and the white people made a video of it, as Derek said, for the clicks. That wasn't about Jesus. Jesus would have never done that. Jesus does not set anyone up to react to him.
Do you think it would ever get any better? I mean, do you think it would ever be, do you think, my question being, would it ever be a point that they could set something up that they would get a more, favorable response?
No.
Do you think that would ever happen?
That's never going to happen. It's only going to get worse because this is hell on earth and human beings are evil. It's not going to get any better. It's only going to get worse.
So it's a futile effort then in your eyes?
Yes. You're not supposed to be trying to help anyone anyway. You're not supposed to be trying to save anyone. And black people do not want to be saved, and especially by white folks. They hate white people.
That is true. Yeah, I guess I could see your point there. I mean, maybe you take the Sermon on the Mount. Maybe Jesus had it on the Mount, and those who are willing to listen would come up to the Mount, but he didn't hold it in the town square.
That's right.
All right, I'll end on that. That sounds great. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And, ever since Charlie, I've really just started leaning a lot heavier into Christ and everything, and I'll take it for what it is. God leads the way, and I'm not here to judge how I get there.
Yeah, absolutely. And
thank you very much.
And
yes, sir.
You stay working on you, stay with it, and just leave everybody else in hell.
Yes, sir. It's not my job to save them. The Lord's working on me.
You can't even save you. How can you? You can't save another person.
Exactly. And sometimes, as somebody pointed out, when we do try to save people, we're actually standing in the way of God's will and how he's wanting to save them or not save them.
Anyone that tries to save someone is playing an ego God game. They think they are God, and they're not.
Or acting on his behalf, correct.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. All right. Great. Thanks a lot, guys. I hope you have a great rest of your Thursday, and be looking forward to Black Friday.
Right on. Thank you, Will.
Later, guys.
Bye. Amazing. Super chat. Super. So I want to know what, and I haven't seen this video I'm about to play for you. I have not seen it yet. But I want to know what you all think about this. I don't even want to say it that way. What do you all think about this? From the New York Post. A South African pastor recently claimed that Jesus could be making a return on September 23rd with the Feast of Trumpets ringing in the rapture and Judgment Day. The Feast of Trumpets ringing in, have dared to get the phones out there for me, ringing in the rapture at Judgment Day. In a viral YouTube video of Pastor Joshua Mababia claimed he saw Jesus in a divine vision. Watch this from X.
The rapture is upon us. Whether you are ready or not, today what people will hear is God revealing his plan.
To his people.
To the people of the world.
Yeah.
God took me to see the future, and then he brought me back. And then in heaven, in a throne room, I see Jesus sitting on his throne, and I could hear him very loud and clear. I am coming soon. And to the people who are listening, please pay attention to what I'm going to say. He says to me, on the 23rd and the 24th, 2025, I will come to take my church.
There's a date.
There is a date.
Are there other people who have also said the same thing to confirm what you have said?
So this man saying that Jesus is coming on the 23rd of September. September has passed of 2025, right? Did he go up, or did he get left behind, or was he left behind? The 23rd passed 2 days ago. So we need to check to see if this guy was taken up. Because I ain't seen nobody else going up. What the? Did you believe this guy when he said that Jesus was coming back on the 23rd? And he's going to rapture you up. Did anybody... If anybody left this earth on the 23rd by way of rapture, let me know. And was this guy raptured up? What the? And do you believe in the rapture anyway? The end times? I didn't see this making the mainstream news anyway. I didn't hear anything about it until Derek told me, my producer. He like, Jesse, this guy said on the 23rd, it's over. He had a dream. I had a dream, an awful dream. What about God said no one knows the hour or the time when the return will happen? Remember he said that? And yet you have all these preachers year after year predicting the end time. And you're so crazy and emotional, you believe it. You believe it. And you're waiting on a rapture. And it has already happened. You're waiting for something that has already happened. So this man claiming that he had this dream. And Jesus told him, I am coming back on September 23rd, 2025. And those two females sitting there, dummies. Oh, you got a time? You got a date? They all excited. As though they believe it too. What a mess, huh? What a mess! The rapture has already happened. You don't need to wait for Jesus to return. He has already come. And he lives in you. However, no one knows the date or the hour when these things will happen. Not even the angels in heaven or the Son of man, the Son himself. Only the Father knows. That's from Matthew 24:36. So this man sitting up there lying to the folks, and they eating it up. So we got to look on the TV and see if this man was taken up, or if he's still here on earth. And if so, sir, why did Jesus tell you he would come and get ready and told you to tell the people and he leave you behind? What now? Grandpa tell me about the good old days. Let me go to Pennsylvania and talk to Mel. Mel, you're on the air.
Hey, Jesse, how's it going, brother?
All is well, Mel.
Hey, I wanted to actually touch on the guys that went over to the HBCU and clearly antagonized the student body over there. I want to draw comparisons to what I believe is no different than what Charlie Kirk would do on a daily basis on any given university's campus throughout the country. And I'll explain why I believe it's the exact same thing. Now, first of all, I want to preface this as Charlie never did, because I believe he's a liar by omission. Charlie Kirk is
who's a liar?
Charlie Kirk is a liar by omission.
What do you lie about?
What he does is, I'm going to explain. So what he does is, by omission, he talks about DEI, but he never talks about Jim Crow. And Jim Crow is obviously a set of laws that made it lawful and even mandatory to discriminate against Black Americans across all fields, in education discrimination, in the workforce, specifically related to DEI. In the workforce, Black people weren't even allowed to be hired in a lot of roles during Jim Crow. And I think you're aware of that because you were actually live and well during Jim Crow.
That's why I know you're not being. That's why I know you're lying. You're not telling the truth about what Jim Crow either. Are you doing that by omission?
Is Jim Crow?
Are you doing that by omission?
You can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm actually speaking.
Are you doing that by omission?
If you think I'm wrong, omitting is when you don't say something. But if I say something that you believe to be incorrect, then I will hear you out. But let me just finish.
So then why did you say that that man said something about omission? Maybe he believed what he said as well.
No,
because what you just said about Jim Crow law is not true.
Sir, Charlie Kirk never mentioned
No, I
Jim
said
Crow
that he didn't need to mention Jim Crow because what you just said about it wasn't true. Black people were being educated. Even though there was a Jim Crow law, Black people were being educated, and they went to college, and those that wanted to go to college went to college. So what you just said about Jim Crow wasn't true at all.
Okay, so during Jim Crow,
why did you say that?
Educational discrimination. Sir, please, I'm trying to explain. I want to answer you. Is that okay? I want to answer you. During Jim Crow, there was discrimination in education. There was discrimination in the workforce. There was discrimination.
That's not true what you said. You repeated another lie, the same lie.
Sir, okay, so during Jim Crow,
tell me this, Mel, why are you saying those things that are not true?
Sir, I'm asking, can you answer one
I just told you they were not true. Now I'm asking you, why are you saying those things that are not true?
Sir, I want you to explain.
I'm going to ask you one more time, Mel. You said that Charlie said things by omission, whatever that means. Now you're saying things that are not true. Why are you doing what you accused Charlie of doing or have done or did, what Charlie did?
I haven't.
Why
because
you? Yes, you are.
Omission means you're not saying anything. Omission means you're not saying anything.
But there's nothing you need to say about Jim Crow. Jim Crow wasn't relevant to his subject.
Okay, so I'm trying to explain why Jim Crow is relevant to DEI.
No, it's
just
not.
Let me explain. And
Jim Crow is not relevant to DEI at all. DEI are for lazy Black people who don't want to do for themselves.
Okay, so in my opinion, and then you can tell me why I'm wrong if that's okay. DEI is anti-racism law. So
you're wrong.
Jim Crow.
You're wrong.
Let me finish, sir. All right. Can you let me finish? I mean, I'm trying to be respectful, but you are cutting me off every time.
Anti-racism is communism.
Can you please, sir, allow me to finish?
Go ahead.
It's not going to take long. All right. So, in my opinion, DEI, even though white women are the greatest beneficiary of DEI, which is why
That's not true. Black women are more beneficiaries than anybody. You had Kamala Harris, so-called running for president, because she's Black. You had a so-called Black judge put on the U.S. Supreme Court. You had a Black judge put on the U.S. Supreme Court because she's Black. You have Black women judges and all kind of things, police, chief and mayor of cities because they're Black, not because they're qualified. Black women are receiving DEI more than any white woman has ever received.
Okay, so I'll just concede to what you said as what you believe to be a fact.
No, not that I believe. I know that for true.
Okay, so I'll take point well taken, sir. Point well taken.
Right
so
on.
DEI is anti-slavery. I mean, anti-racism law.
No, it's
so
not. There's no such thing as
law.
racism. And DEI is for lazy black people that don't want to have to qualify for anything. They just want to get it because they're black. Thank you, Mayor. I got to run because of time. CBS 19 is reported. Some of you know about the shooting that happened in Texas the other day, where this guy was accused of shooting at or shooting ICE agents in Texas from a rooftop. And some of you are aware that day in and day out, there are human beings in America who are encouraging this stuff by saying, fight back. You got to fight whatever it takes. And they're telling people to do it. They're not doing it themselves, but they're encouraging others to do it. And because most people don't have self-control, they go out and do it for no reason other than anger, and they believe the lie. And the people who encourage it, they don't go out and do it. They still sit in their office. They still go to work. They still go on TV. They're still having a life. But you're listening to them, and in your state of anger, resentment, you're doing what they're suggesting that you do. And then they don't take the blame for it. They blame you. Or they blame the Republicans or somebody else. And I can't blame them either, because as an adult, you are responsible for what you do. So it's a mess. CBS 19, investigators have uncovered writings belonging to the man who opened fire at a Dallas ICE facility. Watch this.
New details about the man who opened fire at the Dallas ICE facility. Investigators now say he left behind writings that reveal his motive. Luke Clary reports.
A day after the deadly shooting, investigators say searches of two properties linked to 29-year-old Joshua Yan produced handwritten notes showing his intent to terrorize ICE agents.
These loose notes included a game plan of the attack and target areas at the facility. He called the ICE employees people showing up to collect a dirty paycheck. He wrote that he intended to maximize lethality against ICE personnel and to maximize property damage at the facility.
Despite writing that he didn't want to hurt civilians, Yan allegedly killed one detainee and critically wounded two others with a rifle that he obtained legally. Another line stood out to investigators.
The sniper explicitly states, yes, it was just me.
Amazing. Mind-blowing stuff, huh? It's interesting. It's being reported that a number of these ICE agents are Hispanics. And so these people are supposed to be so hurt about illegal aliens being deported, and yet they're shooting at the people that they're supposed to be caring about. It's like the blacks who are supposed to care about the blacks. And yet when blacks are killing the blacks and killing others, they don't care. I rest my case. Kash Patel said the shooter downloaded a list of DHS facilities.
On X, FBI Director Kash Patel said that Yan downloaded a list of DHS facilities, searched ballistics, and videos of the Charlie Kirk shooting in the days before the attack. Earlier, Patel shared this photo of the ammunition marked anti-ICE.
How unusual is that for an FBI director to be releasing to the public this kind of ground-level evidence?
It is unusual. I mean, I haven't seen it in the past.
Former FBI counterintelligence agent Erika O'Neill says this is a different era.
We're seeing our political leaders on all sides of our politics putting more out on social media than we've ever seen before in history.
And that his big concern now is what appears to be a trend.
Young men being radicalized, whether it's through the internet or different groups, to particular ideologies that makes them decide that they are going to pick up firearms and take lives. And that's a problem.
Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. I think it's pretty cool and good and right for Kash Patel to put this out so you can literally see what's going on, because in the past, the agents don't really let you know what's going on, and it's never what you think that it is. So right on, Kash Patel. I appreciate it. CNN reported that over the weekend, California became the first state to ban most law enforcement officers from covering their faces during operation. The ban is a direct response to recent immigration raids in Los Angeles, where federal agents wore masks while making mass arrests. It's unclear how or whether the state can enforce the ban on federal agents. I don't think they can. I think it's just another attempt for the Democrats in California to pretend that they care, because election time, midterm elections are coming up. And so they're just pretending that they care, so they want to dox the ICE agents so you can vote for them. They don't care. They don't care at all. It's a mess. Where is the love? Where is the love? Which would you prefer, the ICE agents to cover their faces, or would you prefer Antifa to target them, uncover their faces so the Antifa and other terrorist organizations can target them? Which do you think is the right thing to do? How about thinking for yourself now and not let these crazy people dictate your life? And Jasmine Crooked is a mess. Jasmine Crooked is out of control. And the only reason that she's a so-called congressman, because the low IQ blacks voted for her. Ain't no way this person should be in Congress. Zero. This person shouldn't even be a wife and a mother. I don't know if she is a wife and a mother, but she should not be. It would be dangerous for the husband and the children. It would not be safe. Fox News, President Donald Trump sent a warning to the radical left Democrats on Thursday in the wake of the attack on U.S. immigration and custom enforcement facilities in Texas this week. Radical left rhetoric. The radical left is causing the problem, Trump told reporters in the Oval Office before singled out Jasmine Crooked, a so-called Democrat from Texas. Watch this from Fox News.
Who do you hold responsible for the uptick in left-wing violence in the country?
Radical left rhetoric. The radical left is causing the problem. They're out of control. They're saying things, and they're really dumb people. I mean, I look at Crockett. I look at some of these people. They're very low IQ people, actually. But the radical left is causing this problem, not the right, the radical left. And it's going to get worse, and ultimately it's going to go back on them. I mean, bad things happen when they play these games. And I'll give you a little clue. The right is a lot tougher than the left. But the right's not doing this. They're not doing it, and they better not get them energized, because it won't be good for the left. And I don't want to see that happen either. I'm the president of all the people. But the radical left is causing this. Radical left Democrats are causing this problem, and it gets worse. It gets worse, and it'll be a point where other people won't take it anymore, and that will not be good for the radical left, and we don't want that.
That's what they want, a civil war. They want a civil war. Don't do it. Don't fall for it. Because if you did, the people on the right, if you do that, they're going to disarm you like 90 going north, and they're going to blame you. They're trying to push you toward that. I also heard Donald Trump, it may have been on Fox News, say Trump said he talked to the leader of Somalia about taking Ilhan Omar back, but they didn't want her. They don't want her back. Do you blame them? The country that she came from don't want her back. So why do y'all want her here in this country? Ilhan Omar is another dirty, evil female. A nasty woman. Just like Jasmine Crooked. Here's where Jasmine, another example of Jasmine Crooked. Show her true color. I see your true colors shining through. That's why I love you. True colors shining through. Fox News. So-called representative. I'm saying co-called, but they say representative. Jasmine Crooked, a Democrat from Texas, reflecting on her decision to vote against a measure honoring slain Turning Point USA co-founder Charlie and condemning political violence. It hurt her heart that only 2 Caucasians joined her opposition to it. So they were going to vote on this measure to honor Charlie Kirk, and Jasmine's like, no, what the? And she didn't like it that only 2 Caucasians voted with her against that. Watch this from CNN.
You know what? One of the things I do want to point out that's not been laid out that honestly hurts my heart is when I saw the no votes, there were only 2 Caucasians. For the most part, the only people that voted no were people of color, because the rhetoric that Charlie Kirk continuously put out there was rhetoric that specifically targeted people of color. And so it is unfortunate that even our colleagues could not see how harmful his rhetoric was, specifically to us.
So what she's saying that the people of color hate white folks. She just proved it. And I told you over and over and over and over and over and over again that there's a genocide upon white people. Jasmine literally said without, I don't know if she realizes that's what she's saying, but the people of color are against whites in their own country. These people in a foreign land hated the people who allowed them to be in the land. What the? That's like having a family member come and visit for 2 weeks. And then during the 2 weeks, they eat up all your chicken in the refrigerator, drink up all your Kool-Aid and everything while you're gone to work, eating up all your sweet potato pie. You go home in the evening thinking that you got some Kool-Aid and sweet potato pie, some chicken for dinner, and they ate it up. And then you get on them about it, they get mad at you. Or they use your landline, when they used to have landlines, to make calls back to wherever they came from. And then they make long distance calls, and then you get this big phone bill, and you're like, why did you make all these calls on my phone bill? And they get mad because you call them out, and they're just visiting for 2 weeks. And then they mad at you. You know what? You got to go. And now they call the family members up and say, he made me leave. And they don't mention they ate up all your chicken, drank your Kool-Aid. Just drank your Kool-Aid and ate up all your sweet potato pie.
This is oddly specific, Jesse. This is just general advice for everybody, right?
That's right. So watch your family members when they come visit. Let them know I got some extra dinner in the refrigerator for me when I come home. Don't you eat it. Amazing. So Jasmine Crooked, I would suggest you go back to Africa or wherever you came from. You're in the wrong country. And take Ileana Omar with you. And that other Rashid, and then that other one from New York. Whatever her name is. I forgot her name. Take her with you too. She's a nasty one as well. 888-7753. Talib and
AOC?
Yeah, Alcoholic Anonymous. I mean,
no,
not Alcoholic Anonymous. That's the wrong name.
Yeah, that's Alexandria.
Yeah, Alexander. In the United States of America, if ever we needed you, Lord, we need you now, Alexander. Yeah, Cortez, or whatever her name is. Sandy Cortez, as Tucker would call her. Seth is a first-time call out of North Carolina. Seth, get it off your chest.
Good morning, Jesse.
Hey, Seth.
I was just calling because yesterday my friend Nathan called in. I don't know if you remember speaking to him.
Never ask a black man if he remembers.
Oh, that's right. Well, he was worried about my liberal tendencies, and I wanted to come on here and talk to you about everything that was going on that got him to that conclusion.
So he was talking about you, referring to you?
Yeah, he was saying that my wife claimed to be, I was claiming my wife was conservative, and then I was showing liberal tendencies myself. And I wanted to come on here and talk to you about that because I thought it was really funny. I was listening to it.
Are you the one that sold your house and bought a trailer or something?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that's me.
Oh, okay. Now I remember. See, it's best not to ask me to remember, and then I start to remember.
It's all right, Jesse. I'm white and slow. I know.
Oh, all right. Go ahead.
So, I'm going to be 37 years old next month, and I have a son who is 18 that is going to Mississippi State University. He just started going to college there. I was 18 years old when he was born, and I have a son now that is 5 months old. So I did not want to make the same mistakes I made with my first son. Again, I learned a lot over the last 18 years, and I have 3 other children. So altogether, I have an 18-year-old, a 15-year-old, a 9-year-old, an 8-year-old, and another son, our son now, that's 5 months old, and my wife's pregnant again.
Wow, you have all boys?
4, it'll be 4 boys and 1 daughter.
And so you made boys first?
Yes, sir. Both my first 2 kids were boys.
Real man made boys first. Congratulations.
Thank you. But what I did is I realized at the time my wife, she was a teacher. She was working for the public school system, and I knew that if she got pregnant, and when she did, and she told me she was pregnant and we were going to have a child together, that I wanted to get her out of school and at home. I wanted her to be at home. I wanted her to wanted her to take care of the kids and homeschool the kids. I did not want to let any more of my children go to public school because public school is my 2 older boys went to public school, and I think it kind of screwed them up a little bit.
Of course.
And so they're still in public school because that's where they want to be, and they're my son that's 15, he loves his public school, and I'm not going to pull him out. But my oldest son's going to college now, and I feel I'm glad that he wants to do that and get a degree, but I feel like he's going to have a whole bunch more nonsense pumped into his head there. But my daughter, we pulled her out of public school, and she's being homeschooled.
Nice.
My stepson's being homeschooled, and now the new baby and the baby that we're going to have after him are all going to be homeschooled. And I told them, Nathan, that called yesterday, and some of my other friends, that I wanted to make sure that my wife stayed at home and took care of the kids and homeschooled them to protect them. And I think that's the best thing anyhow. And so what I did was I sold my house, and I took the money from selling my house, and I bought a car and a truck, paid them off so I would have no payment. I bought 2 campers, one for vacation purposes, one to live in. And so we put our camper, and where we're living, they only charge us, we're paying between $200 and $300 a month to be there with that camper. I have no mortgage or payment on anything. Everything I have, I own. And so I wanted to get away from all those payments and mortgages and car payments and all that stuff to lower my expenses so it would be easier to do these things and have my wife stay at home and do what I feel is right and live a more modest lifestyle.
Amazing.
And it's working. It's working out pretty well so far. I mean,
nice.
And so I was telling the guy that answered the phone before he put me on with you that I learned, the reason I like your show so much is because I learned a lot of the stuff you talk about, I learned before I ever started listening to you about the thoughts being so pervasive and such a problem, because I put my faith in Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior when I was like 12 years old, but I never got any of it. Like, it never did anything to make my life better. And the reason why, and I learned this now, and this is something that I've learned recently in the last probably 2 years, was because I was never putting the thoughts into captivity. I was never doing anything but giving in to all those thoughts.
Yep.
And I had a problem with alcohol for 10 years. I was drinking heavily for 10 years off and on, and I'd stop and I'd go back. And what I realized the other day, because I drive a garbage truck and a customer had left a tip. They left beer as a tip, because sometimes that's what they do.
Yeah.
And I texted my wife, and she said, "What are you going to do with it?" And in the moment, I was thinking, well, I'll drink it. And she said, no, you don't need to do that. And I had to take a moment and analyze myself and realize that so many times before, those thoughts, that evilness had told me, Seth, you just drink one. You'll be all right. Just drink in moderation. And then that one turned.
Hold that thought for me. Let me take a quick break. Don't hang up. 888-77-JASMINE. Back in a moment. Let me go quickly back to Seth. So, Seth, did you drink the beer?
No, I didn't. I actually threw it away because I took a moment to examine myself and realize, historically in my past, I would always tell myself, well, those thoughts, the evil thoughts would tell me, I said, just drink one, you'll be all right, and have it in moderation.
Yeah.
And then that one would turn to 6, and then the 6 would turn to 12, and then the 12 would turn to a bottle of wine also and some liquor. And you keep, by the time you're doing that, you're sitting there telling yourself, well, I'm a grown man, I can do whatever I want. I don't care what anybody thinks about me. You're sitting there just being arrogant about your own stupidity. And so it took me a long time to realize that, because I used to use drinking as a coping mechanism, or at least that's what I told myself. And then I would blame everybody else for my problems and then go drinking to try to solve it.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize until very recently that when I was sitting around drinking in my own pile of misery, that I was the most selfish, worthless person I could possibly be. I had children that needed me, that needed me to take care of them and be there for them. And I was physically, my body was present, but my mind and my spirit was nowhere around.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was completely composed with doing nothing but just getting drunk all the time, and it got me nowhere. And it's taken me this long to realize, and it's not even me, it's God's Spirit working in me to make me realize that I didn't need any of that. It's helped me. He's opened up so many things to me in the last couple of years about everything in life with wants, because if you want things, you never stop wanting things. And then those things never fulfill you. You get bored with them, and then you want something else. You never get happy or fulfilled with your wants.
Yeah.
It's never going to happen. And the thing about anger and emotions, you're dead on about that too, because I used to be an angry, emotional person, and I would quit a job over being emotional, and I would get mad, and I'd say, well, how come that guy's not getting yelled at like I am? And how come he's not getting in trouble like I am? And then now I realize I need to worry about myself and not put any focus or judgment on any other person.
Right on.
I need to worry about my life, my existence, and what's best for me and my family, because that's obviously my purpose. God has me here to take care of the children he's blessed me with. So I need to do that and not be given over to alcohol or any other dumb addiction or problem that is nothing but me being in my head and trying to be in my own misery all the time, because it doesn't solve anything.
But let me ask you this. Nathan said, and I may be wrong, and so I may be quoting him wrong, but he said, so you were listening to Nathan call when he called yesterday, right?
Yes, I was.
And so he said that you had a $200,000 home or so, and you sold it for $100,000.
Yes, I did. I sold it for $153,000.
And how do you feel knowing that he is concerned about you?
Well, I appreciate his concern, but I don't really care, because the thing is, everybody that's listening, my own family, pretty much everybody, when I told them I was going to do this, told me I was nuts.
And why did you tell anyone that you were going to do it? Why did you just do it?
Because I was moving an hour away from everyone, my family that was living up here where I was living. I was moving an hour away from everyone to do this. So I told them so they would know I was not going to be present physically anymore.
And so how do you feel about Nathan now?
I talked to Nathan yesterday after he called you. So, I mean, Nathan's a good friend. I mean, there's several guys I used to work with back then that we still talk, pretty almost daily, sometimes every other day, but not as much as we used to. But, I've got an infant at home, and I've got 2 other children that are still at home, and I've just got a lot of responsibility and things I have to deal with every day. And I just have learned that the best thing to do for me to do is work hard and do the best I can for them.
Absolutely.
And
I think he said you had a liberal wife or something.
Well, that's another funny subject.
Did he say that?
Yeah. Well, what he said I said that she's conservative, but I'm starting to take on liberal tendencies, and the only reason that they said that is because of I had a disagreement with them about the whole Jimmy Kimmel thing and the Charlie Kirk thing. And they because what I was referencing was the other day you were showing a video on your show of Charlie Kirk vigil, and this guy drove through on a moped and said F Charlie Kirk in this big crowd of people, and they ripped him off the moped and started attacking him. Several of those people. And what I was telling them is, if the right-wing side of things is always the side that's supposed to be on the moral high ground of everything, why are they attacking a man?
Yeah. They're in prayer, they're crying, they're supposed to be mourning over someone who expired, and somebody just drive through. It's not like he hurt anyone with his moped. He just yelled, F Charlie Kirk, F Charlie Kirk. And they came out of prayer and attacked him, beat him up. I'm like, how you come out of prayer and fight?
It blew my mind because, the guy, I feel like, because I used to watch Charlie Kirk and I liked his material, but I feel like if he would have been standing there and they were celebrating another person's vigil, and that guy drove by and said, F Charlie Kirk and F this person it's about, he would have just been like, let him go and let him say what he wants to say. Right. Let him go. That's what we should be doing, and everybody gets so offended over words.
Right. You got to stop fighting with the devil inside of your mind and outside of you, inside of others. And right now, you have the right fighting the left and the left fighting the right, and they both think they're right, and they're both wrong.
Right. And I told them the Jimmy Kimmel thing was a complete political move. And I feel that because Disney owns ABC, and ABC owns that show, and they called him and put him on hiatus. And I think it's fairly ironic that right after Charlie Kirk's funeral was over and everything, the next couple days they put him back on the air. Well, if they were going to make a true example of Jimmy Kimmel for his behavior, they should have canceled him completely and got rid of his show. But instead, they waited until the smoke had cleared and some of the emotion from the Charlie Kirk situation had died down, and then they put him right back in place. So it's just a political chess game is all that was.
And so did Nathan think that you were sounding like your wife or something?
No, I think in their minds they were saying that I thought Jimmy Kimmel should have a show or something.
Oh.
And that's not what I was saying at all. What I was saying is the left, who owns ABC and Disney, they put Jimmy Kimmel back on right after Charlie Kirk's, after that funeral that they did that was on YouTube and all over the internet and on TV. They did that funeral, and then all of a sudden now Jimmy Kimmel gets his position back. Well, if they wanted to make a true example of him, they should have fired him just like all these other businesses fired people who came out and said derogatory things
It sounds like
about
it
Charlie
was a
Kirk.
public relation ploy,
Exactly.
Yeah, so because now
was a
supposedly they got
political
more
thing.
attention, more people watching Jimmy than before, so you never know, man.
Right, and I told them too about Charlie Kirk, and this is my honest opinion. I liked Charlie Kirk and I liked his material. I thought he was a pretty cool dude, but it almost seems like to me people are worshiping him. And,
They are,
and
and that's a big mistake.
very weird. It's very weird to me because you were showing a clip too where they were doing a vigil somewhere, I think in Iowa or somewhere for him, and this girl was saying a prayer, and in her prayer she was saying, "Thank you, God, for Charlie Kirk and his life and his mission and what he did and all this stuff." And it's just so weird to me that he's being worshipped like that. I mean, then that one girl called in your show and said that she was saying that there's a Bible verse. I think it was Matthew 12:23 or something like that. And that verse, if you read it, is clearly about Jesus. And she was saying, well, I think this has something to do with Charlie Kirk, because he was shot at 12:23. And it's just so weird to me that people are putting all that stuff together like he's just a man. And I know that he had a Christian message, and I'm glad he did. That's wonderful. But he shouldn't be getting worshipped like that. It's just very weird. And I feel like people are always looking for a man to worship.
It reminded me of when Martin Luther King was assassinated, and the blacks started to worship him then, and while pretending that they were worshiping God, they were worshiping Martin Luther King Jr., and as a result, they have not recovered. They have not returned to their independence. They are not free-thinking people because they were worshiping a man while pretending that they were worshiping God. It's a mess. And so
it's
go ahead.
It's wild. It's wild, and I just think of I think in the Bible where, Thomas is doubting Jesus and he puts his hand in the hole in his body, and Jesus said, "Blessed are those who believe without seeing."
Yeah, absolutely.
And it seems like men just want to be able to, we have to be able to see something or see someone to try to worship, and it's just very strange to me.
It's a mess. Well, I hope that things work out for you and your family, and I don't, whatever you and Nathan and all you guys decide to do, that's up to you. But maybe Nathan meant well. I don't know if he meant harm, but you got to do what you got to do for your family for sure.
Yes, sir, and I'm gonna continue to do that. I told them another thing they think I'm weird about, and I told them, I said, I don't worry about the past no more. I try not to even bring it up. It's all gone and over. I don't worry about the future because, I may not even be alive this time tomorrow. That's not up to me. That's up to God. But I do know that what I need to do is if I wake up and I'm blessed to have another day, just worry about that day.
Are you guys still friends?
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. I'll probably talk to them today.
Good. Oh, man. Amazing. I wish you well. One quick thing, two quick questions. I gotta run because of time. Did you forgive your mother and father?
Yes, I did.
And are you doing the silent prayer?
I'm not doing the silent prayer.
What a mess.
And just the main reason I'm not is for the simple fact that I don't really adhere to trying to do that, because the church, when I was a kid, they pushed the sinner's prayer, and that's not biblical. You
Right.
can't find that anywhere in the Bible.
There's no
Man
sinner
made
prayer.
that up.
They sure
You could
did,
say
man.
there's a Lord's Prayer, and that is in the Bible.
Right.
But if you just say that all the time, it's kind of becoming more of a ritualistic, habitual act that you're doing, and not really. I don't think it's genuine. I think you're just repeating words when you go to doing something like that. So I don't really take the prayer of a man and try to use it. I just say a prayer that is, between me and God, and I keep it short and sweet and just pray throughout the day.
Amazing. Well, I wish you well, Seth, and congratulations on all those white babies you have. Keep making
Thank
white
you.
babies.
Hey, she wants to have 2 more. So
We need those white babies for White History Month.
yes, sir.
Amazing. Well, I wish you well. I hope Nathan is listening. And again, I think he meant well too. So, but I hope you guys, if you want to, maintain your friendship.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your time, Jesse.
You're welcome, and stay with us, stay with us, stay with it, all right?
Yes, sir.
Amazing. Thank you, Seth.
Yep, have a good day.
You too, buddy. Let me go to first time call out of Canada, Sabrina out of Canada. Sabrina, you are on the air.
Oh, hi, Jesse. I've been listening to your stuff for like several months now, and it's been helping me so much. Especially the stuff that you've been talking about, like not taking on other people's feelings.
Yes.
I feel like that's been one of my biggest sources of suffering my whole life, and like even with my like journey with in Christianity these past like 6-7 years, it's still been a huge struggle. But it's like when I stumbled upon like your stuff on YouTube, it just like it really helped like to set me straight. But there's still like a few things that I'm kind of struggling with.
Okay.
Like with empathy and stuff, it's like I know sometimes you say like to kind of let them have their pain.
Yes.
But like I just can't help but feel guilty sometimes, because sometimes I think like, because I know everyone has their own journey, but sometimes I feel like what if they're just not like, you know how sometimes you can tell like they're not really capable, like maybe they don't have like the brain power or like the intellectual capability. It's like, how do you kind of just let them like just how do you like keep yourself from taking that on?
How do you take on someone else's pain? How is that possible?
Just like, like in people in my family, like my mom, my sister, it's like if I see them miserable or struggling, I feel like I have no peace. I feel like it makes me feel like I have to, fix it.
But you're not really taking on their pain. You're going into darkness of your imagination, and emotion comes, and those emotions tell you, or the thoughts tell you, that you are taking on their pain, but you're not. They're still in pain. And your ego just feeling a godlike ego, thinking that you're taking on their pain. You can't take on someone else's pain. It's an illusion.
I know, and it's like that's what I try to tell myself. Like, it's ego, it's pride. You're just helping yourself. But I don't know. I just struggle feeling like guilty because of like, okay, I'll just let them be. But then like, what about like people where you just let them be and then they just spiral and like get worse?
And what business of yours if they spiral and get worse? Why does that? That's what they want in their life. People live the life that they want. And so you shouldn't mind at all letting people live the way they want to live, but just don't judge them and you just live your life. You're not responsible for them in their lives at all. And if you even attempt or try to help them, they will destroy you because the darkness in them will hate. Whereas really, I started to say light, but if you were of the light, you would not be trying to help them at all.
Yeah, and I feel like the things that I've been listening for the past few months, from your YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense with like what I've been going through with years of, like when you feel bad for people, it's like you start hating them because they make you so miserable.
That's right.
And it's just like.
And you blame them for you being miserable. They didn't make you help them or feel for them. You decided to do that because you listened to the lies of the thoughts.
Yeah, and then, but like, I just feel like, the devil is just so crafty because then I start thinking like, oh, like I'm here enjoying my peace and happiness, and like, what if they die or something?
They'll just be dead. You're like, they're dead. But let me ask, who is feeling those things? When you say you feel that way, who are you?
I guess like I'm the awareness, and it's like my mind, like my flesh, that's reacting.
What do you mean you are the awareness?
Like the soul, like I'm in my body kind of observing, but I'm taking on these emotions like they just I don't know, maybe it's my female brain and the way that the emotions are so intense, but it just feels so real, like it's hard to detach.
And are you your emotions?
No.
Are you your thoughts?
No.
And why are you trying to detach?
Because it's a false identity that I am what I think and feel.
But how are you trying to detach from that?
Just thinking about it.
But thinking about it would never cause you to just detach. That will cause you to stay with it.
So then, yeah, so I guess that's kind of like what I struggle with is like truly detaching.
You detach. And so your question for me is what?
Like, I guess when I'm just overwhelmed with like the guilt and the thoughts of like, worst case scenario of like, someone maybe like dying or something. How do I just stay like grounded, stay present, and like not be affected?
By simply being aware of what's going through you, what's going through your mind, the emotion you're feeling. Just be aware of those. Don't argue with them. Don't fight with them. And don't call them you. Because in all honesty, and I promise you this, you are not feeling anything at all. It's the fake you, the not you. The ego just feeling that way. It's not you at all. And the darkness is telling you that is you, and you believe that all your life that is you, so you think it's you, but you're not feeling anything, period. You do feel the pain in your body, but you're not the pain, and you're not your body. But if you call it you, it's going to feel like it is you, and it's not. But if you can just be aware of it, simply go about your life, but being aware of what's happening inside of you, you will see that it's not you at all, and it will disappear. The real you Sabrina, has never had pain. The real you don't even know pain. The real you don't know what pain is at all. The real you only have peace.
Yeah, I think that's the reminder that I needed, is that the pain is like, it's not me.
No, it's not. It's in your body, but it's not you. It's like it's in your house, but you're not the house. It's just in your house. And
Yes.
so you got to stop calling it you, because when you call it you, it's all ego calling it you. Oh, I feel this pain. I am so painful. It's another, and now you're taking on another false identity by calling it you. Now you got to try to get rid of this other identity. You want to overcome all identities because they're all fake, and they keep you away from God, from the truth, from life.
Mm. And I think I've always been dealing with it by overthinking, like intellectualizing, but it's like it's just awareness.
That's what the devil does. He makes you overthink, and he wants you to think because he doesn't want you to know that there's a life of no thinking. So he keeps you busy thinking.
A life of no thinking sounds like paradise.
It is paradise. You will have a life of no thinking, but a life of living. But as long as you're into thinking, you're just an intellectual crazy person into thinking. And you're thinking yourself right down into misery, into hell.
That's described my entire life.
Yeah. So you got to...
overthinking hours and hours every day.
Yeah, that's because you've been wishing the devil, thinking that those thoughts were yours, and they're not.
Oh, okay.
They have never been, and they never will be. You of yourself cannot think. Those spirits are living in your attic, and they're thinking through you, but you're calling it you. And those are demons. Those are spirits that's made a home in your mind. And all of your life, ever since your mother traumatized you, you've been living with them, calling them God, calling them you, calling them everything but what they are, evil spirits. Have you forgiven your mother?
It was not easy, but I have.
You went to her?
No, I'm too scared to confront her, so I've done it privately.
So you have not forgiven then? God said,
I feel like
in order to be forgiven, you got to go and forgive. How would God forgive you if you don't face your mother?
Yeah, I guess I have to overcome that fear eventually.
That was a question.
I guess he can't forgive me until I can forgive.
Right. And so, you said you have to wait until you overcome the fear to face your mother?
Yeah, she's not an easy person.
But you would never forgive her if you think you're going to have to overcome the fear first. You're going to have to be shaken in your boots and face her in fear in order for fear to disappear. Fear is not going to disappear until you face it. So you got to be, you got to forgive her while shaking in your boots, and you will never have to shake again.
Okay, I'll try.
What would happen if you went and forgave her, you think?
She would be shocked that there's something to forgive and start screaming and crying and die. I don't know.
That'll be up to her. She'll be faking it. It won't be real. She just wouldn't want to. She wouldn't be. If she did that, it's because she's not ready to overcome her misery. And if she does that, you look at her like you're looking at a crazy movie, and you forgive her, and you go live your life.
Yeah, it's hard sometimes just letting people spiral, but I guess that's like that's just giving it to God, right?
You're playing God. Why don't you go face your mother so you know you're not God?
That's a good point.
No, that was a question.
I guess it's just, fear.
But doesn't it seem odd that you're a grown woman and you're afraid of your own mother?
Yeah, I guess I'm just like afraid of like upsetting people. I like to keep the peace, and
But you have no peace trying to keep the peace. People who try to keep the peace and not forgive are cowards. And then you still won't have peace trying to keep the peace. When you're not trying to keep the peace or create confusion, that's when you have peace. Can you hold for a minute?
Yes.
Hold on. Let me go back to Sabrina, first time caller out of Canada. Sabrina?
Hello.
So, Sabrina, because of time, let me ask, does it seem odd to you as an adult that you're afraid to face your mother and just say, Mother, I'm sorry for resenting you, being angry at you. I've been resenting you for a long time now, and I become like you. I'm sorry for it. I understand now you can help yourself. Does it seem odd that you're afraid to go to her and forgive her?
Yes.
And
I feel like I shouldn't be so afraid of people as an adult.
Right. And so if you don't go and forgive, how will you overcome fear?
I guess I won't really. I'm just like hiding from it.
So do you want to overcome it?
In theory, yes.
In theory, yes.
Yeah, no. In real life, I do want to overcome it.
So you're gonna have to face her.
Yes.
And don't worry about her. If however she reacts to you forgiving her, by forgiveness is realizing that you're wrong for being angry. Anyone that is angry, they are playing God. They are judging. They think they know right from wrong, so they are judging based on what they think right and wrong is. And right and wrong is never what you think that it is, right? And so you're playing God. And as long as you're playing God, he cannot forgive you because you're your own God.
And I feel like the more that I care about other people, the more that I've become angry and judgmental because of the pain that it causes me.
Yeah, because you don't care about people. You hate people. And that's why you feel the pain or hate. It more come upon you because you don't care about anyone. You hate everyone, including yourself. You have no love.
Yeah, I've definitely been learning that, coming to that realization that my life has just been like pain and hate, but I always thought like I'm a good person because I care.
No, there's no good in human nature, period. No human being has good in them until they overcome evil, and good will make a home in them, but they don't have it. And how old are you now?
I'll be 38 in a month.
And how old are you now?
37.
How come when I ask people how old are you, they always tell me how old they're gonna be? What the? Ask you where you're going, you tell me where you've been. And so if you want to be free of all that hell that you're living, every human being has that. Every human being. But you can overcome, but you got to forgive so the spirit of truth can change your nature, your heart, and your nature. And it's not going to do it until you do what it tells you to do. The truth is not like human nature. Human nature would change its mind. All right, that's fine. But the spirit of truth is not going to change its mind. You're going to have to do what it says to do if you want to reap the reward. It cannot reward you unless you do exactly what it tells you to do. And it tells you you got to admit you're evil and you must go and forgive.
Yes. Yep. That's what I got to do.
Are you going to do it?
I am going to do it. Maybe not today, but I'm going to do it.
Why put off the day for tomorrow when you only have today?
Yeah, that's a good point.
No, that was a good question.
It's just cowardice, I guess.
And right, but see that you're a coward. See that you're afraid. I remember when I went to forgive my mother, I was 38. And the closer I got to the house, the fear would just grip me. I could hardly breathe. I'm thinking, what? Why am I so afraid of my mother? I'm a grown man. And then when I got there to my aunt's house, my mother was there visiting, and I had to walk up 2 steps. I could barely walk those steps. But I did it anyway, and shaking in my boots, I said, hey, I need to talk to you. So I took her in the room and we talked. And I said, I've been resenting you. I didn't know I resented you. I thought I loved you. But I've been resenting you and I'm wrong. I'm sorry. And everything changed from that day forward. Matter of fact, it started to change when I realized, when God caused me to realize I had this anger toward her. But when I went and forgave her, the anger changed and took away the anger. And then over the years, it just taken away all that false nature and everything. And I didn't do it myself, the spirit of truth, because I asked the truth, what's wrong with me? Why do I have fear? I go to church, but yet I worry, I have fear, I'm overreacting. And it allowed me to see, because the preachers were so dumb, they didn't know what to tell me. And it allowed me to see that I resented my mother, and I didn't know I did.
It's like, yeah, when I have that awareness, that you're talking about, like I feel amazing. Like I feel this weight is lifted off, and I feel this like joy inside.
Yes.
But then it's like it gets sabotaged with I start feeling like I feel bad that I feel good. Like I'm like, no, I should like I'm dropping the ball or something.
You listen to evil. That's not you feeling those things.
And that's what I have to. That's what I got to remind myself. Like it's like it's evil trying to confuse me.
Yes.
Saying make me feel guilty for having peace and joy.
And just know it's not me. So don't call it you. And there's no such thing as you feeling guilty. The guilt that you feel inside of your body is evil. Those are the same spirit that try to make you feel guilty. They're trying to stay inside. Evil lives in the minds and emotions of human beings. They have made a home in you, and they don't want to leave you. And so they make you think you're feeling guilty. The real you don't feel guilty. You have not done anything wrong to feel guilty about. And it's impossible for you to do wrong, so you can't feel guilty. It's all fake. It's all ego. And that's the life that you have to die from in order to have life. You got to give up this illusionary life. It's fake. It's not even real.
Yeah.
It's just an illusion that's coming from thoughts. Even fear is not real. Fear is an illusion. That's why when you do it, you realize, wow, what was I afraid of? Because the fear thing disappeared, and you realize it was never there. It was just an illusion.
Yeah, it's like evil uses your weaknesses against you because the guilt is like making me feel like I'll be a good person if I give into it. So it's like evil disguised as good.
Right, but it's not. There's no good in anger. Anger is evil. Resentment is evil. It's all the same. So
And guilt and shame is all evil.
absolutely. The real you, anyone that is ashamed or shy or afraid or emotional or evil, they're telling you out loud they're evil. They don't know that's what they're saying. When they say, oh, no, I can't come up on the stage, I'm shy. What they're saying, oh, no, I can't come up on the stage, I'm evil.
I'll keep that in mind.
So you got to go face your mother, and I recommend you do the silent prayer so you can practice being present. Don't forget to be present. That's where truth is. It's not in time. The truth is in the now, right now. It's not in the past or the future. The past or the future is time, and only evil live in time.
Wow. Okay. Okay. I'll keep that awareness.
But you got to do it, Sabrina, if you want to be free. Ain't no way around it.
Yep. No way around it.
You got to go through hell in order to get to heaven.
Yeah, 100%. I feel that.
So go through your hell. What's up?
I will. I think I just needed some encouragement.
Let me know how it goes.
Okay. Thank you so much, Jesse.
So when you hang up, FaceTime your mama.
Okay.
Do you live with her?
Okay. No, thank God. I moved. I was out of there at 19.
Oh, nice. And when you were asked your father to help you deal with your mother, would he help you deal with her while growing up?
No, he just drank to deal with her.
Oh, yeah. See there? Mama is hell to pay. A mama
Yeah.
love will kill you until the day you die.
Well, I lost one of my sisters, actually. She took her life.
See there?
Yeah. And so, it's scary.
What is?
These kind of people.
Oh, yeah. But you won't be afraid anymore because in perfect love there is no fear.
Exactly, and that's what I'm learning, and that's where that's where I want to go.
Well, then go and forgive your mother. God will forgive you, and then because human beings can't forgive. A human being, we admit we are wrong for judging, and then God forgive us. Human beings cannot forgive.
Yeah.
I remember when that woman was speaking at Charlie's funeral or something like that, and she said, I forgive him. I'm like, oh, what a drama queen. You can't forgive.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
And then the people who were asleep, like, oh, that was so powerful. Oh, she forgave. Vote for her. She forgave. She didn't forgive. You can't forgive. You admit you're wrong for hating.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Did you fall for it when she said, I forgive him? Did you fall for that?
I mean, I really admired Charlie Kirk, so I just figured, like, she's probably just like so distraught, so maybe that's why it kind of maybe is coming off like awkward.
So she was so distraught she forgave.
I know some people were saying it looked kind of like acting, but I'm like, maybe that's just like
she was better than Elizabeth Taylor in that act. That's for sure.
Yeah.
She was better than Whoopi Goldberg, you or Oprah Winfrey.
Oh my God!
You so hot to beat me all my life. I've been beat by men.
Oh my God. I don't know what movie that one's from.
The Color Purple.
Oh, you know what? I can't believe I never saw that one. That's a classic.
Yeah, it is. It's a good movie. And
Okay.
it really shows how much black women hate black men. That's for sure.
I'll add it to the list.
But I gotta run. I can't play anymore.
Okay. Thank you so much, Jesse. I'm gonna forgive.
If you want to be free, there's no way around it. You got to admit you're wrong for hating. Mother, I'm wrong for judging you. I realize now you can help yourself. I'll become like you. And whatever her response, let her act out. Don't you give in because of her acting. It just thrills that she put off if she does it. But whatever, you walk away and live your life.
Perfect. I will do that. Thank you.
Let me know how it goes.
I will. Thank you so much, Jesse.
You're welcome. Amazing. Right now. Amazing. I want to show you how pitiful white people are. Now, this is pitiful. And not all, but most. This is pitiful. Pathetic. Hard to believe, but I do understand it. This is from Google AI. Google AI. A white woman was filmed crying at the Routh 101 Museum in Louisville, Kentucky, after participating in an inactive exhibit. What is that? Exhibit. He black. Exhibit that included being shackled to simulate the experience of slavery. Can you get any crazier than this? Watch this from X.
Welcome to America. Tell me what you're thinking.
Just so much.
Kleenexes, please.
I've always been interested in history and the history of black people. I took Afrocentric classes at U of L. My grandma lived at 2821 West Kentucky Street.
Tell your address.
I've read so many books, and now I belong to a church that's primarily African American, and I wouldn't be anywhere else.
Beautiful. Thank you.
No wonder black people beating up their white folks. What the? That's an example of insanity. The preacher playing that role with her, and she playing it. Poor lady. Don't blame her. She born with a silver spoon in her mouth. What the? That is, talk about darkness. That's sad. And she's not feeling the black people pain. She's feeling her own ego pain. And the preacher getting a thrill from that. What a mess! Hell on earth. I guess he a preacher. He may not be a preacher. I don't know. He just black, so I thought he was a preacher. He may not be. He may be running the museum. I don't know who he is, but he playing her, that's for sure. And that guy was not a slave, I can tell you that part. He ain't been no slave. What's up? And except in his own mind.